And just like with all things, welcome to Dicefunctional, where a bunch of friends sit around, roll some dice, tell a story, and we share it with you, our wonderful audience. Thank you, all of you beautiful people, for spending your time with us here on this day. A special warm welcome to those of you who might be tuning in for the first time. Greetings and salutations to you, friend. We hope you enjoy your first taste of this very group of friends playing some ttrpgs. Welcome on in. Before we begin on hopping in to this adventure on this episode of Dicefunctional, allow me to take care of a little bit of housekeeping before we begin. The first thing, if you like watching games live, if you like hanging out and chatting with people live, you can do so if you are not already doing so. How you do so is you head on over to Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Dicefunctional, where you can follow us over there and you can come and hang out with us every Saturday at around 4 p.m. Eastern, where we play this game. You can hang out with us and chat, and you can experience the story live as, you know, we come up with things, because it occasionally just gets a little weird, Oedipus complexes and stuff like that. You'll have to check out the Patreon later. We also play some games throughout the week. You can also watch Connor, scream at a screen. There's some fun stuff going to be coming with that. I can promise you that he doesn't know about. If you don't like watching things live, and if you want to catch up on previous adventures of this adventuring crew, or if you want to check out, a whole catalog of other awesome content, you can head on over to YouTube, youtube.com/@Dicefunctional, where we have our entire campaign 1. We have a whole bunch of one-shots and some other TTRPG content. We have all of the campaign 2, and we're going to have some really cool recaps, so that way if you want to share with your friends and let them know what they're doing, what we're doing, so that way they can come and check us out too, that's an awesome place to start. Go and subscribe over to there. You're also going to get some art content and some gaming content that's over there as well. There's just going to be more stuff over there, so go and check it out. Spread the word. If you are in the process of making sure that capitalism continues to fall, or you just want to check the fuck out because sometimes that's all you can do, or if you just like listening to podcasts instead, you can go onto wherever it is that you get podcasts, your favorite podcast feed, search Dicefunctional. All of campaign 1 and all of campaign 2, including the recaps, are all in that feed, and we update it regularly so you can keep up, even if you're not able to catch an episode. If you're not able to watch it, you can just listen to it and you can be caught up before Saturday. If you want to connect with us on socials, we are at Dicefunctional everywhere except for Twitter, where we are at Dicefunctional with an _. And if you want to check out an awesome website where our great friend Jolly has put in all kinds of awesome work and done all sorts of awesome organizing, you can check out our website, dicefunctional.wixsite/podcast, something like that. You can also search for it in whatever search engine it is that you're using and trying to keep your data private. We have information on the players. We have information on the characters, not only from campaign 2, but also from campaign 1, and all sorts of other cool goodies. There's all sorts of artwork that's all there too. So yeah, make sure to check it out. And a final reminder, you are all beautiful people, and we're glad to have you here. Make sure you spread the word and let people know what it is that we're doing here. But that's been enough of me talking, because that part's just, it's honestly boring. But we got a D&D game to get to. Connor, take it away!
Oh, God, it fucking exploded on me.
Oh, God. See, that's what you get. You're all backed up now from not doing it for multiple sessions and just spewed everywhere.
That's what she said.
Yep.
Becca, could you please get me a paper towel?
Can you feel? Jill's already upset at me.
I'm not. Jess dropped her phone on my bare foot. And
You have bare feet?
Rush. Yeah. And now it's a broken barefoot.
Oh no.
But it somehow cut my foot open.
Which doesn't make sense because this is all round. There's no sharp points on my phone.
How can you do this?
Jill was born with glass bones and paper skin.
Yeah. My paper skin.
Every morning they break their arms. Every
Hey,
morning
we can
they
both
broke
have
their
a
legs.
now. At least you know where yours came from.
Where the cut came from.
That's the question.
Like I was trying to say.
Where you
when we
spewed
last
everywhere.
left our where we last left our group of suspicious spelunkers, you guys had made your way into a cave at the request of one Amador Bayo to investigate what had happened to a few employees of a associate of his. He was worried that something may have happened to them. You all made your way into said cave, finding exactly what they were doing. It appeared they were working on some kind of a technology project, one that seemed to have potential, but did not appear to have been done as safely as it could have been. And unfortunately, where you last left them, the 3 people who were you were trying to investigate, unfortunately, had been found deceased. But as you guys were investigating this, it came to your attention that something had begun prowling after you all. Something that appeared to be tall, covered in tentacles, and honed in on the noises and vibrations you made. This is a Hayden fiend. You guys managed to distract it for just enough to break open a wall and then escape further into a cave complex somewhere underneath the mountain. You don't know exactly where you are, but you do know that for right now you are safe-ish. And that's where we last left off. So, let me get some music going.
Shout out to being safe-ish.
So, I'm juggling a few things all at once, so pardon me. You all are deep inside of the actual caves themselves. You do really only have one direction to go, and that's forward. You can try to go back and fight the monster if you'd like, but it's up to you all. What's the plan?
I think we probably want a more advantageous position, because, I mean, we'll probably have to fight it, but, you know, we can do it on our terms.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this last night. If we have to fight it, it shouldn't be here. Otherwise, let's get the fuck out and get away from it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have
So-
a few questions.
Okay.
Does anybody have a way of cutting metal? Does anybody have a way of fixing it? And does anybody have a way of restraining that thing from a distance?
I have rope. Could make a little trap, I guess.
I could find a way to take care of the first 2.
I
Doing-
don't have.
Even with rope from a distance, that's not gonna.
No, it's not a great idea.
I have nets.
That thing's also slimy. It could wiggle its way out.
I have nets, but it would be better if there's something a bit more reliable. But actually, is what I need you to do. As she's going to pull out her cooking pot and say, the lead is big enough. It's a perfect circle, so it can't ever fit inside. But if you cut out a small triangle, then you can get it in. And if you put that triangle back in, then it makes it impossible to remove. We know that the fire crystal that they're working with heats things very quickly. And I happen to have something that has a very high capacity for heat before it starts boiling off. It's a bunch of that olive oil. Put in some water and the olive oil will float on top. And if you put the crystal in it, it will superheat that before it reaches the water and should instantly evaporate that.
You were talking about making a grease fire. You're talking about making a bomb using a grease fire.
Well, once the water evaporates, the pressure will be so big that it will jam the lid up against the top and make it unable to escape. And then the pressure will just build until either the lid crumples and fires off, or the pot itself splits and explodes. And coming out of that will be a large amount of heat and steam. If he can trap it next to pot as it goes off, it won't be able to dodge out of the way. And I think I have something to keep its attention. This Tanner will also go into a bag and pull out the heart from the troll, among the several other things, which is still beating, as you described it, Connor.
Yep.
If it's attracted to what it thinks is creatures, then even if I'm pulled away, it will try to follow this instead, since it's a much bigger heart.
I like your idea. I'm going to counter that. I have a way to keep it in a small area that would not involve losing that. I like the idea, but let us save that as a backup for the thing that I have. And Asher's gonna pull out. He's got a handful of these. They look literally just like small little firecrackers. I can chain a few of these together. They will go off, and they will begin teleporting around the room, giving small explosions. But
It's
let
just
us
a precaution.
wait.
If it escapes from however it's restrained, you need to keep it close. But it will help us move around.
In a pinch as well, I can fire off a shot, and silence it so that only the impact of the bullet produces a vibration.
Yeah, that would do it.
Connor, I think I have some. I forgot what they're called.
Mhm.
Bolas?
Bullets. Yeah.
Bolas. I forgot how many I had, though. That's the only unfortunate part. I don't remember. I think it was more. I think 3.
It was. I believe
Or
it was
more.
3 bullets.
3 bolas. Could be used to heavy the nets a little bit, maybe.
If we have to fight it, this might be the best way. But nets and bullets can still be used to escape if an opening presents itself.
We have it sounds like we have a very good backup plan. But
Should get the pot prepped now.
Well, right now you guys need to make some headway getting away from this thing.
we need to make distance at the moment. But once we have the moment to prep it, we will prep it. Because if not, we
So-
can use it later.
So my question for you guys is, how long are you guys gonna start heading down into the caves?
I personally think it depends on what we see as we keep going.
Okay. In that case, I will handle it by event and hour by hour ish. Once you guys hit about 8 hours, you're gonna need to rest. Okay, so pull that up.
I suppose we're hoping it opens up quite a bit before then.
So you guys begin making your way further down to the cave systems themselves. Currently, it appears to be mostly limestone and other less solid bits of stone. At some point, one of you tries to tap on the walls a few times, see if there are any other more hollow locations where you could get back out, but it doesn't seem like there are any nearby. So, continue to head on down. You begin to delve deeper and deeper into the caves. You'd be able to go for about 4 hours without having any real issues. There are a few offshoots that you guys will notice and may investigate if you wish, but investigating the offshoots proves that they are either too small for any of you to really squeeze through safely, or appear to become dead ends very quickly. 4 hours in, though, you guys will begin to make your way into a room, a cavern, that appears to be a little different from the rest of the life that you've been seeing around here. It smells almost like vegetation, a bit rotten almost. Like something has been in here for a long time and has grown and died many, many times over. Do any of you guys have lights out or no?
Yep. Becca unmuted and crashed. I think Granny was using the light cantrip.
I believe she was as well, but I just need to hear it from her.
For reference, when Becca disappeared, our internet went out for a minute.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We shifted realities.
So, yeah, if you don't see us in the game, it's because,
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you just vanished. That was weird. I don't know what the hell just happened.
hey, it wasn't just us.
Ew.
Yeah, that was strange.
Sorry,
Um,
Becca.
Yes. Basically, like, this thing doesn't sense by light, so Granny would have had the light cantrip going so that she can't see.
Okay.
Unless someone told her to put it out, but I don't think there would be an
Keeping the
issue.
light cantrip out, you guys all notice that inside of this room there appears to be long tendrils of some kind of vegetation that are stretching across the room and crisscrossing all around it. You don't see much else in the way of vegetation past this, but all you see are long tendrils of vines and other long, skinny, plant-like material. Can't hear you, buddy.
That's because I was muted. I'm dumb. Does anyone I said I'm done, whatever. Anyway, does any of this look at all familiar to me?
It does not look like fungal like you would be used to. You can roll knowledge nature to try and figure it out.
Okay. Huh. Might be hold on, because I think I actually have a +1. Oh, nope, I went to the wrong place. Sorry, ignore. I'm gonna jump off the map for a second, so ignore that.
Okay.
Jump
Sorry,
off the
that's
map.
I just want to make sure. Nature is a +2. 21.
21 total?
Yep.
It looks like a combination of two species of vines. One is the much less dangerous passive strangler vine. It will not attack people. It will typically just try to target water sources in some way, shape, or form and try to take it for itself. Meanwhile, the other one is the more aggressive version of a strangler vine that will try to trap people and will try to eat them by suffocating them and then letting their body become manure. Well, not manure, fertilizer.
Serial strangler vine, if you will.
Maybe don't get close to those vines, and she'll point out at the strangler, the bad ones. They like to grab at people and kill people. You don't want that.
Maybe they like to grab at aberrations.
Reminds me of a plant in the Feywild called a shambling mound.
Where is it shambling towards?
Usually people.
Hmm.
It will swallow you and suffocate you from inside.
Right. Reminded me not to go anywhere near one of those. All right. Asher, as we're moving, Asher is gonna swap the shotgun for the flamethrower. I don't know if I'd
All
actually swapped them, but like Asher is holding out the flamethrower, getting ready if anything. If any one of these starts grabbing for him, he's gonna torch it.
So
But we're gonna try and avoid him.
yeah, if you guys are going to try to navigate through the vines without trying to disturb any of the ones that are a little bit more hostile, it will be dexterity checks. Unless you
It's
guys
like-
have some other solution that you can think of.
It's like the end of Resident Evil 2.
Shit, Connor, is there a map?
There is not a map for this.
Okay.
Dexterity check.
This is a theater of the mind.
Yeah,
Dexterity.
Shit.
Just a straight dexterity.
Straight
Um,
dexterity.
For quick reference, we can't roll shit. Our page still hasn't reloaded.
We're
Oh,
not
it
in
has
the
not.
game.
No, we
Sorry.
can't get in. We reloaded it twice.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know my stats, so
I do. I can read out your stats to you, and you can roll physical dice. That'll be fine.
do you think we have physical dice out? Ow!
Sorry.
That was
Payback.
Jill, don't hurt your friend.
Assault.
Ooh, I got an 18 plus
Her
4.
phone.
Yes.
22.
Don't hurt your friend.
the Nutkins did it. I tried switching to see if it would let us log in with mine, and it's not doing anymore.
Hold on, Jess. I just saw you load in.
Yeah, we're not loaded.
It stays on the gray screen. We've been on the gray screen for 20 minutes.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I will keep that in mind. I'll see what I can do. All right.
Since I rolled a 22, could I possibly help out the rest of the group a bit?
If you had a natural 20, I would say yes. Otherwise, probably not. So,
Well, could I explain how I would try?
Sure.
Holding out the fire crystal, if there are any vines in the way, since I'm the shortest, kind of taking the lead, press the crystal up against the vine. It's inorganic, but it's also a heat source, so vines should want to recoil a bit, as it would dry them out. And if you want, I can roll again to have disadvantage on my roll.
let's not worry about that just yet. Jill, Rot has a +1 to dexterity saves. And Jess, Darius is a +3. 10 total. Okay.
10 and 12.
10 and 12.
Teamwork.
Okay. It's like, I couldn't tell what this was. That's the one that confused me the most. It's like John
doing
Cena's
Doctor
trying to sign numbers to me.
It's Doctor Strange magic. Don't
Cool.
worry about it.
Well, hey, good news. Asher's going to add another 12 to the pile.
That is
So it's busy.
10, 10, 12.
We have 3 12s.
So just to clarify, is this a check or a save?
It is a save.
Oh, it's a save.
Still 12.
Yep, still 12.
Oh. Beautiful.
Because I
We're
think-
so fucking.
Oh,
That boosts Kaz's and Tana's.
I have
Yeah.
18 plus 7.
18 from
Same.
Kaz.
18
plus 7.
Plus 7.
Oh, plus
So,
7.
so both of us
20.
got 25.
25 from Kaz and Tana. 12 from Asher. Did you also get a 12, Fizzy?
Yes.
What did you get?
I got
12
a
from
12.
Fizzy. What did you get, Granny?
18.
18 from Granny.
What is the
That's a
number?
12 from Jess and a 10 from Rot. Okay. Well, allow me to roll some damage.
So what you're telling me is
dear.
this going really well.
Yeah, well, yes, definitely.
Yep.
Oh, you were saying, Jolly?
No, oh dear. That's what he
Yeah.
said.
Oh dear.
Just want to give you guys a friendly reminder. Darius has already lost a lot of health from where she slipped and busted her head fucking open.
Oh no!
This is
I
fine.
was
That.
like, where did you take damage? And then
I keep
Took 8
telling you.
points.
I keep telling you, take one of my snacks. You keep
Take my
getting
snack.
damage without.
I didn't expect to fucking eat it onto the floor.
Connor, I do have a question. Will
Yes.
Asher already having his flamethrower out affect what happens to him in any way?
It will change things.
Okay.
Because basically we're going action by action, effectively.
Gotcha. Understood.
The individuals who got bound up by the strangler vines, so that's going to be Jace, Fizzy, Asher, Fizzy, Darius, and Rot.
Let's go.
You guys will take 10 points of damage,
Okay.
bludgeoning, as they kind of start to wrap around you and start to strangle you. Everyone else, you'll be able to make your way through with no issues, but a few of your friends have been captured, and you will have to stop and go back to them.
yep, let's go back and.
Just to double check, it was 10 you just said, right?
10.
Yes.
Yeah, 10.
Then I will say
Interesting.
this, as she gets trapped in them, some of it wraps around her neck and you see her cough up blood.
Oh, yeah, no,
Um,
I'm going for Darius first to get her out.
So fun fact, on a scale of 1 to 27,
Damn it. This is
I'm
a
sitting-
joke.
I'm sitting at a 9.
Got it.
Oh my god, yes.
I love this joke.
Asher, as this happens, Asher is gonna take the flamethrower out. I'm gonna say he's gonna sweep down by his feet first to kind of clear a little bit of space, but quickly move it up to kind of clear the space, hopefully at the feet of Fizzy and Rot.
Gotcha. See, that's about the part that I was expecting to start happening.
Yep.
So these are plants. Asher rolled damage.
Roll
To
damage.
knock off a couple of charges.
Yeah.
Any other actions other people want to use, let me know.
How many d6 am I rolling? Are we saying?
It depends on the charges that you're burning from the flamethrower.
It doesn't make sense to burn any more than like 5 charges with this thing at a time, right? Or is it 10?
10 charges is for like the actual like flamethrower attack where you're letting loose a burst of flame. Otherwise, it's just like a fire attack where you're just going.
Yeah. I'm just gonna, for the whole line itself, I'm gonna use we'll use 5. Just like really get a good clear of the area.
Got it. So roll me some d6s.
Okay.
Other people who have been bound up. So Darius, Rot, and Fizzy. What would you guys like to do?
Not die.
Not be bound anymore.
Connor, I still don't know how many d6s I'm rolling, by the way. Am I rolling 5 because I'm using 5 charges?
No. So Jace, if you're gonna do just a single burst attack, it's 1 charge.
1 charge.
Otherwise, it's 10 for a full gout of fire and do like a full fireball's worth of damage.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So that's a lie. Darius will, while hanging that, cough up a little bit of blood and go, you know, I'm from the caves. Why is this cave being so mean to me?
It's to me too.
Darius is just gonna look at you as she's dripping the blood and go, really? It's being mean to you? Rot's not even from the cave. They look terrified.
Just a wood mask. There's no emotion.
Fear.
Look at Rod. He's terrified.
To be fair, we just kind of put emotions on. We should get you sticky notes to put on the forehead for the eyebrows.
Projecting emotions onto Russ.
Only eyes, actually.
Can I say, you know that like drawing challenge where people will draw their characters with emotions and like see what they're like. I would love that, but it's just a copy and paste of Rot with the exact same face every time.
Except for the ears.
Eerie modes.
Yeah, they raise and fall accordingly.
I can see your judgment, Becca, and I don't want it. Turn it off.
Oh.
Eerie modes.
No.
I can
Turn
see
it
it. I can
off.
see it in your eyes.
No, I wasn't judging that.
Can I throw chakram at the vines?
Yeah, you can start chucking chakram at the vines. The individuals who are trying to escape, just make me some strength checks if you'd be so kind to try and break free.
Check? Okay.
Yes. Also,
Hey, not bad.
Jill and Jess, can you guys see?
Yeah, but
okay,
to
okay.
double check, you said strength check or save.
Strength check. So if you're proficient in athletics, you can use athletics. Otherwise, just make a strength check.
I was asking you if I clicked that to do a
Yeah.
check. Okay.
I was double checking to see which it was before I told you anything. Yes.
Normal.
It's not bad.
Ooh,
Shabby.
purple.
Shabby. We're on Jess's thing now.
'Cause
so
mine
I
was the one that
different
loaded.
dice.
You guys ready for some real bullshit of a natural one? You ready for this nat one?
It wasn't
Damn
a
it.
It wasn't a natural one, buddy.
But it was still bad.
Yep.
I have flat rolls.
All right, Fizzy, what'd you get?
16.
16. Okay, Asher.
Or what?
To break free.
To break free. I was trying to figure out how many d6s I'm still trying to roll.
It's 8d6. If you're doing 10, yeah, if you're doing 10 charges, it's 8d6.
Okay, but I'd only done 5, so it'd be 4d6.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll consider that 4d6.
Okay, cool. Okay, so 13 points on the 4d6. And then a hot 5 on the strength check.
Got it. So the vines all begin to shuffle and shudder away from the flames themselves. Some of them have begun to catch and are actually continuing to burn. The two people who rolled single-digit numbers, so Asher and Darius, you
Mhm.
guys unfortunately don't fully break free. Everyone else, you're good to go. You managed to break out of it completely. Tana, what'd you roll for damage on your chakra?
So is it within melee range or do I have to throw the chakram?
You can get within melee range if you'd like.
In that case, 12 slashing damage.
12 slashing damage? Okay.
And then a follow-up of 8 bludgeoning because I can't use another weapon attack. I can just unarmed strike.
Gotcha. So they begin. Tana begins to hack through the vines as quickly as possible. Granny and Kaz, is there anything you two would like to do?
She's gonna. Yeah, Granny's gonna pick her way back, following Tana's example. She's got like her dagger out, slash at any, and she's gonna try and help Darius break free.
Okay. So would you like to make an athletics check for them, or would you like to try and just start hacking at the vines around them using some kind of a bladed weapon? It's up to you.
I think making a weapon attack would get me a higher plus to the roll. So that might be smarter.
It's up to you.
Yeah, because I got a +6 to like using a dagger, but I have a +3 to athletics. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and like cut her free.
Okay. Roll the hit.
My dice out. Roll the die. 10 + 6, 16.
10 + 6, 16?
Mhm.
Okay. Darius, Granny begins to move up towards you and starts hacking away at some of the vines that are surrounding you. You believe it'll give you another opportunity to break free. If you'd like, you can roll another athletics check.
We love to see it.
Oh, gosh.
Can I provide either help or provide guidance? To
You
get
can
out?
provide help if you'd like.
Guidance would fix this one, homie.
I know. I would like
Guidance
to.
and do shit, but you can help.
I would like to help.
Roll a second time, bud.
Please.
It'd be great. One more.
And once again, asking
You
for
get a
your
3?
support.
Oh my god.
No! What the fuck?
These are so good. I love this.
Welcome to the rest of the session. They're trying to get out of these vibes.
I'm gonna compromise.
Yeah.
Could Darius get out, but she does land face first on the ground and take more damage?
No!
Let me help.
On a scale of 1 to 27, we just talked about this.
Just let me cut it.
Kaz, you can make a strength check to try and pull her out.
I'm gonna roll modifier here.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna.
This is
From
what
here.
happens in this group.
Is that better?
Okay, you'll be able to yank her out of there. They're already
Okay.
damaged.
I think your athletics is better, so you'd have even higher than that.
Yeah, I think you do have. You're trained in athletics, aren't you?
What?
I said,
Am I?
isn't Kaz trained in athletics?
Hold
It's
on.
acrobatics.
I know.
Oh, it's acrobatics.
It's acrobatics,
I
not
thought she had
actual
both.
athletics.
No, you are trained in athletics. You have a +5, you nerd.
I don't
it's
keep
a-
track of my
It's a
stats.
16 instead.
Either way, you will manage to pull Darius out. Asher, since you are using fire, you will manage to burn away a majority of the plants that are surrounding you and deter them from continuing to attack you. And instead, you guys will all leave behind a burning mass of strangler vines that attempted to attack you, and make your way further down into the cave.
Well done.
Darius, Jesus Christ!
That was embarrassing.
Oh,
Even-
buddy.
Embarrassing even for you.
6'6". I have a lot more to untangle than the rest of you.
You
Oh man.
literally get a snack shoved in your face with eat.
I just realized something. We've had a long rest when we got here. We need to fix your wisdom. It should
Oh,
be
yeah.
14.
Your wisdom
Oh.
should your wisdom should be back to normal.
We haven't had to roll anything with it, so
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
it's good it didn't affect anything, but still, it's good we caught that
Yeah.
before it became a problem.
I just realized that because I was thinking about it yesterday.
Yeah. You're being force fed a snack for 3 temporary hit points.
So now on a scale of 1 to 7.
Now on a scale of 1 to 30,
30.
I'm sitting at like a 12.
This is pure.
Jesus Christ.
This is purely so if you mess up or get ambushed again,
No.
you don't die.
Oh my god. She fucking as Fizzy walks by you, she sees how you are and she's just like, okay, you need to feel a little bit better. And she just taps you gently.
I busted my head really hard in that other room.
You get 10 points of healing.
My head hurty.
Busy slaps you on the goose egg. You got
Good
it.
news, I'm back to where I was before getting tangled in the vines.
Slapped on the goose egg. That would hurt even fucking more, Chief.
Oh.
But you put some healing into it, so you feel better afterwards somehow.
Thwack.
You
Oh,
reduce the swelling, but you do nothing to the nerves, so it hurts more.
Remember last campaign with the potion launcher and how we're joking about healing potions? You just slam them with a glass bottle.
Deals
It's-
1 damage, but then
the-
heals you for like 8.
the healing juice has to seep through the cuts, otherwise it won't work.
Yeah, it's like, ah.
The healing juice.
Guys, don't worry, I'm gonna be rolling like this all night.
God.
This is gonna go
Fucking-
well.
Fucking spike a potion onto someone to make them get healed.
God.
How else will they get it through their skin?
Better than
No
eating
one-
the health poultices.
Oh god. I'm no longer coughing up blood, but you know.
So glad. So glad.
Not doing great.
I'll be fine.
Can you just,
Just don't-
cough up blood on like command or like?
This is the grossest
really-
party trick.
You really didn't take any damage. That was
Maybe you should carry around the book so you get hit, cough up blood on the book so it's not wasted.
Okay, but that's so smart.
no.
Are you sure?
Waste not, want not.
Somebody's got to use the blood I lose.
Ugh.
Don't just throw up on the book with your blood.
I got it. We take the spot where you were injured. We take the book.
Damn it.
We use the blood.
We use
Like a
this.
fucking bandage.
Yep.
We
I
are
get
in
some
a
rope and
mood.
tie it around the wound.
No, God.
We are in a mood tonight.
Look, the other
A
alternative
horrific
is.
image. Truly. So, you guys will be able to proceed a little bit further down. By the end of the 8 hours, you guys are pretty confident you've made quite a headway away from the Hayden Fiend. You're not sure if it is still following you, but at the very least, you know that you've made enough distance that you feel safer. So, you guys want to keep pushing through the night? Well, pushing past the 8 hours, I should say. Or would you like to lay down and rest?
I'm
Both
fine
seem
with
like
that.
not. Yeah, both seem like not great options.
It's completely fair.
There doesn't seem to be any other way out in the other direction. Like, if we keep going, or...
Not that we can find yet. But that doesn't mean there isn't one.
And Rot, by the way, since you have keen mind, it is 5:30 in the morning.
Gross.
Yes, exactly. Gross.
You want to rest, I can keep watch. If it comes to it, someone can carry me while I rest later.
I mean, I can help keep watch as well.
Oh no, if only we had someone within a spell that could tell us if something was approaching us and crossed its barriers from a distance.
I would assume that I had prepared that spell.
God damn it, Asha.
Why
It's
did
all
we
right.
all assume we would get attacked by a big
The problem is-
monster? Hey, why didn't we all
The
know?
problem is,
I apologize.
have-
My brain is only so big. There are only so many things that I can do at once.
we do have the ability for me to learn it, but I didn't learn it because it cost magic paper I didn't have at the time.
It's all right. We can keep
Damn it.
watch the old-fashioned way.
Like cowards. I don't know. I'm tired and I've lost a lot of blood today.
We're gonna rest, I think. Darius really needs it.
My head hurts.
Lie down. And then Tana and Granny can take some watches. Anyone else want to take like a third watch or something?
I'll take a watch. I'll take the last watch.
Okay.
Here in darkness.
It's the DuckTales theme song, if anyone was curious.
What's happening?
It's been stuck in my head for about an hour.
Oh, okay.
Life is like a hurricane
Here
in Duckburg.
Darkness. And as
Boy.
Jill pointed out, this is not the first time I've done this.
We did it in campaign 1 when we were on the Sky Island. For some reason, the entire Sky Island we were obsessed with the DuckTales theme song. And every few minutes you go, DuckTales.
Woo! Every day we're out there making DuckTales.
DuckTales.
Woo! God damn it! It's a great song though, isn't it?
It is.
Y'all are
Um,
welcome. I'm going to mute us while we do the watches.
First watch. Who would like to roll? It'll be a perception check.
I mean, I can do it because I can short rest essentially while doing the watching.
Mm-hmm.
You can go. Whoever it is, just feel free to roll. Drop the dice and let's see what you get.
Ooh, 15 plus 5 for non-natural 20.
Okay, pretty good roll. Listening closely into the actual darkness itself, you don't hear anything that you would find concerning. Nothing, at least, out of the norm from down here. You hear the periodic squeaking and squealing of bats, the crawling noises of small creatures that are so far below ground that perhaps eyesight isn't something they worry about anymore. But you don't hear any uncomfortable squelching noises. And you feel that the Hayden Fiend may not be anywhere nearby. You feel safe. Second watch.
Should be me. And I'll have the light cantrip up as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a 9 on the die. Oops. So plus 2, 11.
Okay. The dark around you is proving to be a difficult thing for you to deal with as a human. Granny, you're realizing more and more why you were not typically the individual to take watches. This is, by all means, the worst situation for you to be in, and all you are left to is sit there and listen through ears that are old and have lived a lifetime using firearms. And you realize you may have a little bit of trouble here. You're not sure if something is sneaking up on you or not. Is there a third watch, or are you guys just gonna make do with two?
I'm
Okay,
doing third.
busy.
Can I get guidance for this?
Sure.
Cool.
Oops, I closed out the thing. I'm done.
18 plus, let me just be sure of what it is. 18 plus 8, so 26.
26.
The opposite of Granny.
That's complete opposite of Granny.
I'm used to this shit.
Look at Stinky. Look at the stinky little kitty.
Is that Cleo?
Cleo's been showing up a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Are you okay?
I think Jill just took...
To anybody listening, Jill gave an emphatic no by shaking their head.
I think Jill just took 1 piercing damage.
But Jill, they love you. Oh, it's such a cute little cat, and
Wait.
oh man.
I accidentally hit her nose with my thumb, and she went. Hold her head back. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Poor little thing.
Stupid baby.
Anyways. Oh. Oh. I'm sorry. The cat noises are adorable and are distracting me quite a bit.
I mean, I could mute us, but then you'd miss them.
No, it's too sweet. Fizzy. Listening into the darkness and looking through the darkness, you realize you are right at home. This is your environment, and honestly, it's a bit nostalgic for you. It's honestly quite relaxing. Unlike almost everybody here, except for Darius, of course, this is your home environment. You're right where you feel like you're supposed to be. Cold cave walls nearby, dark all around you. This is great. You also realize that the Hayden Fiend almost certainly is pursuing you, but it looks like it has issues in these caves. Because you can hear periodic noises of distant squelching that get interrupted briefly. And if you were to guess, it's the sound of something bumping into a wall as the vibrations are echoed and reverberate through the entirety of the cave.
Give me a second. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
I'll unmute us so that way if there are cat noises while Michelle is gone, you can hear them.
Hey, Cleo. Hey, little buddy. Aw.
Uncle.
She has a
Sorry, my
smoker's
mother
meow.
came in asking for something. Okay.
Sorry, did that tickle you pink, Becca?
Oh, that was delightful. I think that cat smokes a pack a day.
So the Hayden Fiend is coming after us, but like is at a distance and is having issues because he can't see.
Yeah, it can't see. It's only depending on vibrations, and unfortunately, this is a perfect spot for vibrations. Well,
Yeah.
there are some, but they're reverberating. So getting a clear sign of where to go is not easy for it.
Okay.
But it's still
Okay.
following you, and it'll catch up eventually. But it tells you guys that you have more time than you initially thought.
Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. At the end of my watch, I will wake everyone up. It's like I'll just like start getting people up. It's a long rest, which is good because I need one.
Perfect.
I'm gonna also roll my Oracle die. That's a 16.
Okay, 16. That's very nice.
Connor, what is the time of dawn in this game?
The time of dawn in this game would be. So time of dawn, would be during.
I don't know what time is it where Dawn is.
Dawn has unfortunately passed away. He is.
Wow, that's so
Wrong.
Let me quickly check.
I can't believe
If
we're
you-
about to fist fight Connor.
If you actually did that, Jolly would find a way to show up there and murder you.
Wait, are we talking about Uncle Dawn? I was talking about the day of.
No, I know. We were fucking with you.
Oh,
So dawn around this time would be about 7:30. That's dawn.
Okay.
That's
I'm
when the
just-
sun will be rising.
I'm keeping track on the hat recharge, that's why, so.
That's fair. It will recharge by the time you get your 8 hours.
Okay.
Because by the time you guys get your full 8 hours, it is 1:30 p.m. But not like any of you would know, you're in the caves. You can't tell. The only person who knows the time is Rod.
There you go.
What I fucking thought.
I mean, time's a
It's like, oh,
construct
none of us know the
anyways.
time, well.
You want to fucking
Think about it.
Think about it.
Rod is sharing the time. Rod is a walking watch.
Okay.
You know how you can make? You know how you used to? You might still be able to do this. You could call and it'd tell you the phone number and the weather outside.
Yes.
So a certain number.
You could do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 There was a time where you could do that, where you would call a number, and
It was before. It was before like weather apps and stuff.
Yeah, you would call a number, and it would tell you the time, and it would tell you it was like movie phone, but like with the weather and time.
I had no idea about that.
I've done that. Not like I didn't do it all the time, but I definitely did it at least once.
I have phone call anxiety, so I'm not calling anyone.
It's an automated system.
It's an automated.
I'm not calling anyone.
Yeah. It's not,
What if the robot judges me?
Well, my thing is, I always think of the like worst case scenario. What if it's down and like the technician picks up? I would
Okay, no, that's
commit,
fair.
dude.
Actually, that's fair.
I would die actually.
Okay.
Good
A
news.
strange man, I don't know.
I'm no longer trying to die.
I also picked up a spell that might help us. Because I can change spells during the night. So.
I will also say, the rest was far from comfortable for you all.
I mean,
You are sleeping in.
fine.
You probably slept fine. But you still had beds. You don't
Yes.
have a bed here.
That's fair. But like
And
otherwise,
to be
I was...
fair, we have been kind of living the pampered life.
Yeah, we've been living with a rich asshole.
In a little
That's fair.
caravan, in a little temperature-controlled little environment with some pillows and blanket. Not having to really take watch. So this is new territory for us.
This is Connor punishing us for constantly sleeping in the cart.
I mean, this is pretty standard for Tana. A bit less grass, but
Hey, Connor.
Fortunately, even before Asha, I was pampered.
So,
Connor.
What?
Quick question.
oh yeah.
What size creature is this fucking thing?
Hayden Fiend?
Yeah.
So, you rolled the natural 20. Yeah, I'll give this to you for free then. It is a size large creature, but it is able to squeeze down to, squeeze through objects that would normally be only squeezable by about a medium-sized creature.
Perfect. Thank you.
Because
Wait, it's got no bones.
Yeah, it has. Hey, actually, you hit the nail on the head. It has no bones, so it can literally just squelch its way into things.
Perfect.
I don't like that word.
Sorry, it's the best word for it.
this. Which means the only one who can truly get somewhere safe from it, unless we get out of the cave, is
It's
Tana.
Tana. Unfortunately, yes.
The one person who, on her own, would be completely blind.
Alrighty.
You having a good time there, bud?
Having a good time. Having a good time.
So,
I need to change my spells, actually.
That's what I just did. That's why I needed to know.
yeah, I was gonna say if there are any things that you guys would like to do now that you guys have this opportunity, because you know through Fizzy that you have yourself a fair amount of time before this thing starts catching up to you. So, if you guys have things you want to do, discuss, plots, spells you want to get ready, this would be your best opportunity to do so.
A spell that could possibly tie him down to the ground. So
I've got one.
I do too.
Which one do you have?
Earthbind.
As a backup, I have snare.
Hold on. Are we just gonna move past the fact that Michelle is eating? Okay, I thought that was a cup.
Oh, it's a big. You've never seen a
To be fair, the angle you had it at, it was being covered by your cup below you, and it did look like you were eating it out of a mug.
No, it's a bowl. Like, I love these bowls. These are like the only bowls I eat out of.
Okay, I was about to judge you really hard, but now I.
Fizzy in character is eating raviolis.
Awesome. Yeah.
Just where'd you
mean-
get those? I don't know. Found them.
Found them.
I mean,
I harvested ravioli.
I did prepare food for everybody. Maybe it's ravioli.
Maybe it's ravioli today. Who knows?
I have not eaten all day today, so
Uh,
I need to eat. I'm sorry.
And Tana's thing
You're
would
fine.
be,
You're fine.
I don't know, I just threw a bunch of things in the pot that seemed to go together. And it made ravioli.
Connor,
Yes.
can I attempt something?
Sure.
Can I cast Clue?
Sure. What are you looking to find out?
Footprints from the last, in this cave system from, the last 50 years and seeing if anyone's made any tracks.
Oh, very interesting.
And
Actually,
I'm
hold
using
on.
Rush Gen Can, so I don't have to spend time on it.
Okay, give me a second. Da, 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 da. Ba, da, ba, ba, ba. Where the fuck are you? There you
Why
are.
is humming Hawaii 5-0?
I don't know. That's the weird thing is that Hawaii 5-0 theme is always stuck in my head, and I don't know why. Because I've never actually sat down and watched an episode of Hawaii 5-0.
See the newer one. It's fine.
And it is a 45-foot radius from a point I touch, and I'm doing it from where I am. So it's 45 feet up, 45 feet back. Oh, are you typing something to me?
Yes.
Okay, I'll open my phone then.
Did he include the eyes emoji?
I always
Yes.
do.
Game information gets a emoji. Everyone knows this.
If
Different emoji.
So you're gonna see Darius kind of look back and forth. Huh. There's certainly something down that way. I mean, people came from back that way. Pointing ahead where we're headed. 3 footprints come from that direction. Deeper down. But every other footprint that's here goes out the way we came in. So in theory, there's something further in if we keep going, but we don't know what it is.
If they don't head down that way, then they must have come from somewhere else.
Connor,
Yes.
odd question.
Mm-hmm.
The cave we're walking through right now, does it look like it's fully natural, or does it look like there's been some work on it?
Completely natural.
Okay.
Completely, absolutely natural. I could say that without a doubt in my mind.
Okay. If it had any sort of work done to it, it would have been possible this was a cave system to a fort, since we're in the dwarven country. There was a war. But there's something further down if we keep walking. What it is, don't know.
Might as well. I mean, we're heading that way anyway.
Worst case scenario is we find something down there, a wide spot, and we set up a trap and skirt past it.
Let's see.
Okay.
The other
Give it a
option is
shot.
go back. So
We're
I'll
not
do
going
that.
back right now.
Going back means you're gonna meet up with it. I don't want to do that.
No, I prefer not to fight that thing. It looks really disgusting, and I just almost died with us fighting that stone giant. I don't want to do that again.
Alrighty. Further deeper down you all go. You guys begin hiking your way back, further down into the cave. You can see now that the cave is lost what moisture may have been present from the steam explosion and from the vegetation behind you, and has become dry and relatively featureless. Periodically, you might see some critter scuttle across the ground, maybe a rat, perhaps something a little larger than a rat. Not sure what it is, but either way, they don't appear to care to mess with you all, so they will very quickly get out of the way. But in time, you all will notice... perception checks, please. I just realized I should probably make you roll.
May I guide myself, Connor?
You may.
Nat
the joke
20.
of-
I'm using the 16 because I rolled a 5.
Wait, Connor, is this sight-based or is it general perception?
Sight-based.
Then I rolled disadvantage because I can't see beyond Granny's light.
Gotcha.
That's the point where I can ask the question if me and Fizzy would get advantage since we have superior dark vision.
So I will say, like, your DCs are lower. For,
Okay.
like, anything sight-based down here in a cave,
Okay.
you have a lower DC. This is literally the environments you guys grew up in. So,
Alright. Because of disadvantage, instead of a nat 20, I rolled a 15 on the die, which is still a regular 20 after modifier.
okay, that's good. Jace, what did Asher get?
12 plus 0 for 12.
12, okay. Kaz,
I got 12.
also a 12.
That's it.
What
Let's
is
put 12 in
12s?
tonight.
This worries me.
Don't let it be another 13 scenario.
Fizzy, what'd you get?
5.
5?
25.
Oh, 25. I was like, how'd you get a
That's
5?
it. It's literally impossible for me to get. So no.
Yeah.
Like the lowest I
Granny.
can get, even with a nat 1, is a 10.
I rolled a 5 on the die.
Okay, I predicted Granny's roll, apparently.
Mhm.
It's a 7 total.
Darius?
Screen with 2 people, both got 22.
22 and 22.
Damn, good to see. And Cody?
2s and 2s.
20 total.
20 total. Everybody who rolled higher, so not the individuals who rolled 12 or 5, You guys will note up ahead, there is a very, very dim light that is beginning to emerge, but most importantly, you can see that there's a slight opening in a wall nearby.
Slow down, we don't know what that is. Grab the wall.
Well, I certainly want to find out.
Maybe we should be a little quieter.
What's
What's
going
be stealthy? In case it is something we do
Dangerous?
not want to alert.
There's a lot of stuff in these caves that are fucked up, including some people who live down here. There are cannibals who live down here.
That'd be no different from all the creatures where I'm from. Everything's trying to eat you.
Yeah, but we're in a cave with something following us one way and something that could be dangerous ahead. You know, I'd rather not take the risk.
So is the opening in the wall where the dim light is, or is this like a separate thing?
It is coming out of it is coming out of that break in the wall.
Okay.
You guys are still a little distance away from it, so I'll give you more detail as you get closer, but this is me alerting you to what is ahead.
We should be
I guess-
stealthy.
Yeah, I guess we start stealthing.
Okay. Make stealth checks if you'd like to be stealthy.
Pass without a trace.
Okay. That's the trace.
Right.
Yes.
Well, that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, we're not the same this time.
Asher, what do you get?
That is a 19 on the die plus 4 for 23.
33.
23?
10.
33.
Plus 10 for 33.
Kaz, what'd you get?
16 plus 10, so 26.
Fizzy, what'd you get?
15 plus 2 plus 10, so 27.
Granny?
14 plus 3 plus 10, 27.
Darius?
26 total.
Rot?
28 total.
And Tana?
5 plus 7 plus 10 for
Whoa.
22.
Thank God for
However-
pass without a trace.
I will say this is kind of fitting because
You
she
can't see.
You can't see.
she can't see and she really wants to get assured there's an exit.
So, you guys all feel you're doing a relatively good job being stealthy. And the two individuals with superior dark vision will notice before everybody else, as you guys begin to close in further and further towards these, this break in the wall, that it's not just that it's a break in a wall, it's a break in a wall that is flat. It's a perfectly flat section of wall. You can see that the irregularities that were present inside of an actual cave are gone. It is perfectly clean cut stone. And also on top of that, it's different stone from the stone around it. The color is completely off. It's darker. Significantly so. And let me bring you to the map.
Oh, what?
4 made 3?
Mhm.
I don't like that title.
I hope that anyone inside of there is nice. Hope they're nice and that they're our friends.
If we have to fight them and we kill them, though,
If we have to fight them, I say we make a whole bunch of noise, draw the Hayden feet close, and then fucking bolt.
I literally was going to say we throw them out for the Hayden feet and dodge them. We're not good people.
Yeah, but if they're mean to us, neither are they.
We don't know what they mean to us yet.
I'm just preparing.
Getting mentally prepared.
Yeah.
The individuals who are at the front of the line, you all, I just kind of tossed you guys all in there because it was easier. You can see inside of the room that it appears to be one large stone hall, room. You're not sure what to call it. Inside, you can see that there are these almost like stone plinths or what have you that have been set up slightly that have these brass work around the edges, as well as 4 braziers putting out blue fire. In the center of the room, there is some kind of a recession, for lack of a better term, circular in appearance with this brass inlay on the top and something in the bottom, but you can't tell what. At the very back of the room, there's a platform. It raises up on stone stairs and a stone platform. At the very top, there is something almost altar-like on top of it. Again, dark stone with brass on the outside edge. But all around this room, there are urns, small clay pots. But most notably, there are 3 figures that are around that indent in the floor in the center. They appear to be made of stone, one holding a halberd, one holding 2 shields in either arm, and one holding 2 swords in either hand.
As go.
Okay. I guess I'm
You
going.
first.
Yeah, sure.
Kaz is in front and has significantly more health than me.
Yeah, that's fair. I can take a hit. So.
And Jace, I'll be putting down the Watcher right now.
Thank you.
On to Jace.
Oh God!
Are these braziers on? Is it like blue?
Yep. They have dull blue fire coming out of them, and they are active.
Good to put down the Watcher because I would not have been able to easily navigate that tunnel not seeing anything.
It's true. You would have been blind.
Which would only be an issue because of wall collision.
Yes.
And curves.
The air inside of this room smells stale, stagnant. You don't think anyone has been in here for a very long time, although you're not entirely sure how long. You guys are all attempting to maintain a certain level of stealth and are succeeding in doing so. You're doing a very good job of it.
1 question, 2 question, 3 question.
The number's increasing. Okay.
Yeah. Did Darius tell us about the footprints coming this way?
Yeah. Yep.
I did.
And it's a little weird that there's 3 people in here, or 3.
I'm already thinking that.
Mm-hmm. I was just about to ask if these guys look like they're breathing.
Looking at the figures, you see that they look like they're made entirely of stone. They are unmoving.
I don't like that.
But they do have articulated joints.
That's what I was gonna ask about. This is Asher we're talking about. I'm
sort of inching closer to the recession. I'm curious about that.
So, Connor.
Yes.
Here's the thing about the Out of His Blood site that isn't the same as Horror's Life Sense. Horror's Life Sense did not do constructs or undead.
Blood
the Out of His is all creatures.
Yes. Yes.
You said these are a bunch of urns sitting around us?
Yes, indeed.
Right. Please touch the urns and tell us how old they are.
Laying hands upon the urns. Rot, the age of the urns varies. Some are quite old, approaching the hundreds to thousands. A few that you think the oldest might be about 1,500, give or take. Few that are in the hundreds, 3 to 4, and then several that are more recent. About 33, 35, 36. Nothing newer than that, though.
I'll relay that information, but also I wanted to look and see if there were any religious symbols that I recognize. Seeing as I have them all on a keychain.
Yeah, that's fair. Roll perception. You have a lower DC considering.
Perception.
I think I see something on the edge of my vision.
Hold on a second, Cody. I just realized something.
Mhm.
I just have this mental image of Rot pulling out the keychain and cycling through them.
Yeah, the archivist from the Mummy.
Benny. My old buddy Benny.
That's what I based having the keychain on, was Benny from the Mummy.
That's
How he has all the different religious necklaces.
I mean, in fairness, it's a really cool idea.
It was
Like-
executed poorly by Benny, but
Yeah.
until it worked.
But better by
To be
me.
fair, the fucked up thing is the thing that worked was him pulling out Star of David.
Yeah. I love the Mummy.
Such a good movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
I watched it as a kid. When I got older, somebody told me it was supposed to be like a thriller. Never picked up on that as a kid.
Yeah, as an 8-year-old, I thought it was a fucking horror movie.
The only scene that freaked me out was the scarab scene,
It's
and
the
I skipped it.
scarabs.
That's the only scene I ever saw from the Mummy when I was like 8, 9 years old. I saw it at my friend's house, and I was like, no, I don't want to watch this. This is scary, and I don't like this.
The Mummy himself was also scared me very much because he starts as like this decrepit corpse, and then he like steals someone's eyeballs, and like
I stopped being scared of him because of the scene with the cat, and I went, "Oh, I live with cats."
I didn't.
Rot.
Yeah.
Looking around, you would eventually find that scrawled onto a few of the urns, there are actually a symbol on them. You don't recognize it as one of the ones that you have with you, though, but there is a symbol. It looks like this. Looks like a circle, and then several lines that cross through it and then go down. You're not entirely sure what it means or what it represents.
Can I roll a brain blast to see if I know if I ever seen it with my eyes before?
Sure.
I would.
You can roll Jimmy Neutron if you'd like.
I want you to know, I'm glad you at least picked up on what I was trying to tell you.
I know you went like this, and I said brain blast.
I also mouthed the word religion as in religion check.
What am I rolling?
Religion check. You rolled
Religion.
+7.
Religion blast.
Religion. Catholicism.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You don't know the symbol. Oh.
I'll assume.
Never mind. Guess I'll go fuck myself.
I'll assume it's not something on the Feywild either.
No, it is not. I will say there is one thing I will point out. There was something that you guys have forgotten to get a hold of, or at least look at. I just want to remind you guys so it doesn't get lost. There was a pen that was picked up back in the cave that was in good shape and appeared to be slightly magical.
I picked that up.
Just wanted to remind you guys because it has not been identified or looked at yet.
I was gonna bring it up, but I didn't think it was magical. It was like, oh, it's a fancy pen. I was like, oh, great. Another
I see Jill
flexing.
Rod's got those touching fingers out.
I let Rod touch the pen, so.
And then you can have Asher identify if we need to.
What it?
The pen itself is effectively a storage container.
Wait, what?
It can work as a regular old fountain pen, but if you open it up, there's a very small extra dimensional space inside of the pen where something can be inserted.
Bro, what if I hide more knives in there? That's just more storage.
It's pen size, so like you could only really fit something about the thickness of your pinky in there. It's very specific.
Like a roll of paper, yeah.
Yeah.
So some men would have a really good time with it.
Or you could fit in like
with a narrow cylinder.
you could hide a poison in there if you needed to sneak it in.
I need to make it clear. I think any man who could would never willingly advertise that.
Just need to get a small cylinder unstuck.
feel the judgment rolling off of Jill.
That's good. That's good. I hope you do.
I'm funny, and you guys don't appreciate my comedic genius.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm
Oh,
looking
man.
inside the
Even
recession.
Cleo isn't about it. See you, Cleo. Bye.
Oh, bye, Cleo.
You left.
What was that? You're looking inside of it?
Yeah. I'm not touching any of the breasts. I'm just like leaning.
Um,
I'm tall.
Looking
I can do it.
inside of the indent in the ground, you see that there's a fairly large, I'd say about a foot tall, pile of ash. Fine, powdery ash.
Do you think these are burial urns? Like cremation? Perhaps?
I don't know what is there anything on them?
Well, there's ash here.
All right.
There's also Asher.
Yeah, not to
Wait.
be confused with
There's
Asher.
Ash.
Ash. Ash Overwatch is also here.
Sorry.
Wait, she's here?
Do something.
She's here?
She's here?
She's here.
Rose here?
Is it common for people to be thrown inside of pots after they
Some of
die?
them.
It depends on the culture. Some people burn the bodies.
Most people in
Well-
the Feywild simply disappear.
I mean,
Well, this is the material plane. We don't usually disappear. Bit more solid than the Feywild. Oh.
real quick. So that pin's a storage container.
Yes.
Has someone shook out the storage container yet? Does
Yeah,
someone
check-
want to shake it out?
Yeah, try to see what's in it.
Yeah, okay. I'll
Get out.
dump it out. Like, if it was, trying to fix a goddamn pen.
Okay. You begin to shake out the little storage container, and out comes a piece of thread, and then you begin to pull it out, and you find that you're looking at a long piece of like rope or thread with what looks like 13 beads on it. Little clay beads. And you can see that each one of them puts out their own individual dim light, all glowing a different color.
That seems like a weird magic item or a religious thing. Hey, Rod. I know Jill's not here.
Can I
Do you want to touch these weird magic beads?
Could I also do a
Sure.
religion check to see if I could guess
I'm
what
back.
those are? If
You may
they're
roll.
religious?
You may roll a religion check, and Rot, you may roll investigate.
Religions.
While you two are doing that, Asher, Fizzy, Tana, the people who are not involved in this, would you guys like to do anything else while they are inspecting this?
I'm not involved in this.
Oh, you may also roll.
But I don't. Man.
Guess I'll die.
Don't worry, I got a 17 on the die plus 421 religion check.
Granny, it is not a religious object to your knowledge. It is definitely some kind of magic item, but it's not a religious object.
Rot touched the beads, so
Yes.
like.
So which means it would actually be a 19 because that's your identify. Remember?
You can identify when you touch things.
What am I? Oh, I just sat down. What am I touching?
So when we shook out the pin,
Okay.
a thread with 13 beads came out of it that emits light.
Okay. I touch it.
Gotcha.
And that's what your 9
That's
was for.
It's bad. I touch them bad.
But you got a 19 because of your magic can bullshit.
I touch them a little better.
Yeah.
That's one of these.
It's all right.
No.
Rot, you see that this is known as the Ornament of the Tradeless. It is a simple magic item. When holding this object, you do not need to be attuned to it. You have a +1 to all skill checks. Once per day, the holder of the object may grant themselves a +5 to any skill roll, any single skill roll. It recharges every dawn.
We're about to be passing this shit around.
Yeah. Communal magic object.
Hey, make a roll. Here we go. There's this cool friendship bracelet. makes you real good at stuff.
It is long enough to be a friendship bracelet or a necklace or whatever you want it to be.
The friendship of the magic traveling
beads.
Beads.
The friendship of the traveling beads. Not good. Okay, anyway. Really close friends.
Gross. I posted the image inside of the Discord so you guys can see it.
So the +5 and the other pluses, that's on top of the skill check you already are using?
Yes, they are additive.
Okay. Cool. Good to know.
So the individuals who are not involved in identifying that object.
I'm just too curious. I'm actually gonna use Lesser Blood Sight just to see if there's anything in the room that is living apart from us.
Okay, I'll get to you in a second. Jace?
And I'll walk around the room a bit.
Okay. Asher's just gonna go and check this shit.
Okay. Asher, at the top of the altar, you see that there appears to be a small amount of broken rubble. Not very much, just enough to maybe hold in both hands. You can see the telltale signs of edges that were shaped and worked to be a certain object, but you cannot tell what that object was. It's been broken to pieces.
Asher's gonna cast Identify on it.
Okay, you may cast Identify on it.
Yep. And I'll roll my investigation for it. Which is holy shit. 24 plus 10 for 34 total.
So once upon a time this probably was a magic item. It is not anymore. It's been broken. And the magic inside of it has actually been completely removed. Which is unfortunate, but you do also realize that means that you could probably reforge it using, say, a cantrip, if you have it.
So something like Mending?
Damn right.
Asher is going to cast Mending on it.
Okay. Asher, you begin mending this little object. Fizzy and Darius, I didn't ask if you two were going to be doing anything else in here.
Let Fizzy go first.
Fizzy first, then?
I don't know.
Okay.
Thing is, Fizzy's like... I feel like Fizzy's gonna start like poking at the braziers. Because it's like weird light. Because it's like blue, right?
It's blue.
She's
You're gonna put your hand in the fire?
Hey.
Okay, Fizzy, you put your hand in the fire and... Oh, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. There's no heat from it. It's just fire.
Oh, that's weird.
Darius, anything you wanted to do?
Anna, what am I?
I don't know.
What's my class?
Oh, investigator. Got it.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
Detect.
I'm gonna investigate. I
All right.
rolled shit.
Okay.
I haven't rolled a good investigation check in a while.
It's just bad luck, buddy. All of the urns seem to be pretty homogeneous. They're about the same shape and size. The stone floor itself is fairly well kept, no signs of blemishes or damage. There's a larger plinth up top with a somewhat decorative stone altar. Either this is some kind of a burial chamber, or it's a place of worship.
I'll hold on to that while I wait for Asher.
Got it. I'll do Tana first, and then you, Asher. Tana, the constructs are almost certainly alive. They can come to life, but they are currently inactive. They are not moving.
Just kind of say, oh, the statues are alive. Don't know why they're not doing anything though.
They probably protect this place.
Is
Do you
it
think-
weird that it's the same amount of people that we saw footsteps of? That not weird to anyone else?
They might have chased down some tomb raiders.
Or maybe it's maybe the people are the stone. Maybe there's something in here that turns people to stone.
The footsteps went away, didn't they?
I don't know.
Not towards it.
Oh. I'm not smart, so.
I
Asher,
mean, if there were any tomb raiders here, they'd have to be pretty crafty. Thank you. I made Jill mad with that one when we were muted.
Asher,
Mhm.
you finish casting Mending on the pile of rubble.
Mhm.
And you will see that you are now staring at a stone mask. It looks something like this.
That's one of the dragon piece masks.
No. It's in the shape of a stern-faced man. Almost something like charcoal that doesn't really seem to rub off. Lining where, like, the face lines and lips would be, except for two hollows for eyes. There is a spot where your eyes can poke out.
I suppose everybody is looking at the mask and then looks at Rod.
Yeah.
Would my identify get anything off of this,
Well,
or would I need to cast it again?
you rolled, what did you roll? 34?
34. Yeah.
34. I will say you will have to roll it one more time.
Okay.
Roll high.
Roll high, or am I casting it an additional
You're casting
time?
it again. You're casting an additional time. Roll high. I'm telling you, Jace the player, this.
Beautiful.
Is there any way I could assist with this?
Can I also-
Not really assist. No, because this is strictly magic. This is strictly like trying to learn information from a magic spell.
I super love just the instruction to a player. Roll high. Okay,
Be lucky.
I'm trying.
May I provide guidance?
That's okay. You can do that
So you can add a D4 to that, Chase.
because that's also magic.
It's magic, yeah.
Okay, let's do that. So it was a 36, but with the additional one, that's a 37.
Jesus Christ.
I rolled a
Jason
19.
roll high. I was like,
All
God.
right, 19. Let's go.
Asher, once upon a time, this was a deity's personal artifact. Once upon a time.
Which deity?
The magic is gone. You don't know the deity. You don't know
Probably the
who
one on
it
the
is. The magic is completely gone. It's been broken, sundered completely. But it was quite literally a mask that the deity themselves wore and had on their person. This is most likely a a visage of their face.
Joe, would you like to repeat what you just said?
Is it sacrilegious to wear it? Find a god's face, put it on.
You're not sure.
It was the temptation the moment it formed into a mask. Is like, we shouldn't, but oh, what would?
Well, it doesn't have magic anymore.
It doesn't have magic, but
What
it
if it's
doesn't
like
mean-
the what if it's like the mask from like the movie The Mask?
Yeah, what if it like,
Okay.
or what if it's like the Goosebumps mask and it's like,
Give me
think
a
they would have
little bit
magic.
more credit, please. God, I am not going to make people do their best Jim Carrey impression of my fucking D&D
Yeah.
campaign.
No, this is actually going to get weirder. Asher's going to look at it, going to pull the goggles up, slip it underneath his helmet, and pull the goggles down over the mask.
oh,
Asher is now wearing it.
Jace, please add the Forgotten God's visage onto your inventory.
Why are we always finding things from forgotten gods?
A lot of them have died.
Well,
You gotta remember 'em.
well, it seems like your realm is just full of them.
Yeah, there was this whole thing called a schism about 2,000 years ago.
yeah.
And then about 30 years ago, a bunch of gods ended up crashing here from another reality. It's complicated.
Yeah, cause I mean, Rot said the newest urn was a bit over 30 years, so this god probably died not long ago.
Probably
Most
was the
of-
schism.
Most of us were probably alive when it died.
God died. That was a
What?
good impression.
You cut off so much.
I heard
You
Michelle.
cut
two
it
syllables.
so bad.
Wouldn't people know if a god died?
No, because the way a god dies is people forget it.
Oh.
If there's no one to worship it, then they can't
Oh.
sustain themselves.
This does come into some of the literature that I was forced to read as a child, where theoretically a forgotten god could come back if people remembered him, but that's a really complicated theoretical discussion that there's never really been a theological application that's been proven.
How do you remember what's been forgotten?
Exactly, that's why it's theoretical.
You'd have to get really lucky and either talk to the dead or
Rot,
Find some artifacts that had enough written record.
written
Rot,
record. Yeah.
do you have the book?
Always.
Do you mind if I borrow it for a moment?
I'll hand it over.
Cool. Asher's gonna open it up. And in the moment we're gonna dump 14
Eat
hit
before you
points
bleed.
into it.
Too late.
And the thing
I
that
would have
Asher,
seen him asking.
yeah,
Take the snack. Don't use your real hit points for at least some of it.
okay. How many 10 hit points do I get?
3 tab.
3. All right, cool. So that'll mean 17 hit points worth of blood go into it, and the only thing that Asher is thinking about is the visage of the mask.
Okay. You will watch as the blood pools on the page, and it uses a very small amount of it to write out no information known, and then the rest of the blood repools and recollects itself.
Even Book knows about this? Fuck. Okay.
Tana, can you make a rubbing of the symbol on one of the urns, or a copy of it?
Can
Be a
just draw
rubbing.
it.
Yeah.
Some simple shapes.
Is there a place? Okay, if we don't know it now, because I don't think we're going to be able to find it out here, but is there a place we can go, maybe, that has information about gods and stuff?
I mean, you've got your standard churches, but if it's forgotten, most of the standard ones wouldn't know it. There's that big fuck all temple in Lucretia, but it's hard to tell if even they would know it.
You can always go to a library. They tend to have information in droves.
That's also true.
You know,
I think there's any theological libraries around here.
Probably not in its sole capacity. They probably have a theology section. Most libraries are divided into sections with different genres of books.
You feeling a little
We have been underground in these caves for so long.
It's a cave, it's fine.
I miss the sun.
The sun kinda sucks.
Connor, can
Yes.
I poke around in that center brazier to try to see what was burned in there, if there's like fragments of anything left?
Would you like to?
Yeah. I'll investigate.
Okay.
I know that it might provoke a reaction from the constructs, but we're trying to figure stuff out here.
Okay.
And I'd rather, if someone gets surprise attacked, I'd rather it be me than Darius.
Okay. Tana, you make your way into the indent in the middle, and begin to dig through the ashes to see what you can find. Please roll investigation.
Ooh, an 18 plus 1, 19.
There are all sorts of things that have been burned here. But what you will note is that the most prevalent thing that you have that's been burned here appeared to be not necessarily organic things. No bodies, no bones, nothing like that. But what you will find are small scraps of leather, and the rare scrap of like a little bit of parchment that's been burnt.
Someone burnt some sort of writings or something.
That's very interesting. Kind of unrelated to it. This is something that she would want to do. She's actually going to go up on the altar Granny is. And she's going to like rip a scrap of paper out of her journal. And she's going to quickly write like, I don't remember. I don't know who you are. I don't have anything to give, but I'll try. Here's my offering, and like kind of leave it on.
Granny, maybe you should be careful doing that kind of stuff.
It just seems nice, you know? Someone's gotta try.
It could be an evil god.
It could be.
What's so wrong with an evil god?
You don't always necessarily want to get mixed up with their followers.
Well, we don't know.
Followers. I have a theory, by the way.
A game theory?
No, it's a theory about the fucking book pit. That was not Rod. Rod has never said a dirty word in his life. Let me make that real clear.
He probably said at one point, shoot. And it was like,
shoot. And he felt too bad about it afterward.
Yeah.
He was like, never again.
Oh, shucks.
Shucks. No. Do we think perhaps the mask that was broken and the pit of leather and paper, perhaps these were the teachings and words of the god, and whoever broke the mask decided to just take them out completely and burned all the books, so there was no physical paper trail left for anyone to remember.
That's a very likely outcome, I think, because the way to, as we discussed, the way to kill God is to make people forget about them, and one way to do that is to burn all the scripture.
Anna?
Yes.
I want to use private eyes.
See if there's anything you're missing.
Yeah.
They're watching you.
So, the one thing you can think of that you're missing is that you are all going under the assumption that there was only one. How old is this place?
The oldest stone is 30 years old. We could.
That's the youngest.
Oh, youngest.
The oldest was 15.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
theoretically, they would have had to build the room itself for the tomb, so tiny bit older than the oldest urn.
Is
We
The room itself is approaching the thousands. 10,000s. It's ancient.
And there must also be another exit or a way in. Otherwise,
about to
those
say that.
footprints that were down the hall must have come in that way, and you didn't see any signs of them with your magic.
Darius, what if this is something that was brought here?
I don't like the implications of that statement, Connor.
You think that this might be a deceased god. Rot doesn't recognize the symbols anywhere. You think maybe scriptures or writings were burnt here, and something killed the god. So, if this is something that was brought here, there'd be a difference between the stone around it and the stone that was displaced. So, if Rot was to go and touch the stone just outside of the room and the stone that was like right up against the edge of the room, they'd be able to see where suddenly it appeared.
I have this mental image of running the hand across the wall, going this age, this age, this.
And the new gods came in 30 years ago, but the youngest urn is just over 30 years ago. And that world was dying.
That is out of character information. You do not know
Yeah.
that.
Yes. We don't know that.
Can I do another thing that is potentially stupid?
Sure.
Can I try to see if the constructs have thoughts, and if so, can I probe into them? Again, risking waking one of them up.
Okay. I would allow that. You can make your roll.
I mean, I assume I would roll regardless if I could or not. Let me see. And this is at normal, correct?
Yes. Chase, Asher rolled like a 36 on their stealth, right?
Yeah.
Like something obscenely high. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that is 19 on the die plus 5, 24 insight.
No thoughts. They aren't. Yeah, head empty. They're simply machines. Effectively, they're constructs. They're made to do a job. You don't know what the job is, though.
All right.
Yes.
I want to touch it. The man. I touch him hand.
Okay. You
hand
touched
door, hand hook car.
man door, hand to a car door.
Yeah.
Rot, you touch the statue. The statue is 30 years old.
It's 30 years old.
Wait, it's new?
A bit of a weird sort of. Yeah, these are new.
Hey, Connor.
Yes.
Is there any writing in this room? Anywhere?
No, none that you've seen.
Oh, time for Old Faithful. Clue.
Oh, Rod, why don't you touch some of the fragments of the stuff that's been burned?
What will happen if I just stick my hand in a giant pile of ashes from a bunch of different things? Let's find out!
A lot of conflicting information here.
So 100 to 42.
Tana, maybe you should. She's kneeling down to touch the ground to use clue. Maybe you should pull out a few fragments for Rot to touch.
For all the intact things.
Falls to the ground, seizing.
Sensory
12.
overload.
12 is 11 to 2.
Casting Clue. Darius.
Oh, I need to take another rush can off. Hold on.
Yep. You tell me how long you're casting it for too. Like what's the time period?
35 years.
35 years. Cool. You can see the numerous footprints of 4 individuals. One spends a majority of their time up at this main altar area, and the others will come and go, periodically wandering back and forth, coming in and out. And occasionally, they will maintain positions in a series of 4 around this little pit. And then, about 30 years ago, it looks like there may have been some kind of a scuffle between the 4. And the one that stood back up at the top of the altar was being fought by the other 3. And it looks like the other 3 won. That's where the footsteps end for the 4th. And then the other 3 leave this way.
Asher? You're not feeling weird wearing that mask, right?
No, not at all. I also had to reconstruct it. So.
Cool. Someone died on that table, so I wanted to check.
Oh, cool.
I mean, yeah, but maybe not say it.
This mask is supposed to belong to a dead god. How bad did they fuck up if they got themselves killed? The other 3 could be gods too.
Yes, Fizzy.
Izzy is sort of like detached from this conversation because like gods, not really her thing.
Mm-hmm.
So she is going to go to the entrance of the thing they're in, the room, and she's gonna like peek out a little bit, and she wants to see if she can see the Hayden feet any like sort of nearby. She's doing a check for the
perception check, absolutely.
Can I guide myself for this?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, very good. 21 plus 8, so 29.
29? Not anywhere nearby. You can tell.
Okay. Well, she'll come back into the room. Well, we can figure this out, but I don't know if we're going to today. We still have a weird thing coming after us. We could use this room to set a trap in, though, if we wanted to. I don't know. I'm not really the whole gods thing. I had one of my siblings like really was into that stuff, but not really me. So this whole doesn't really. I'm sorry. Am I being mean?
No.
Wants to do something stupid.
Always.
That depends.
Who wants to do something stupid that doesn't have the constitution of a wet paper towel?
Well, what is it?
What happens if you take one of the urns out of the room?
We haven't actually looked inside them yet. I'll point that out as well. Can I just lean over and like...
Oh, Kaz, do you want to check the urns?
Yeah, I'm used to checking urns.
Jesus Christ.
I'm used to checking urns, damn right.
Everything we learned about Kaz is just...
Hey!
Everything I learned about you just makes me scared of you more.
I mean, remember we found urns before at the same place where we found, like, the bag of holding with body parts.
Yeah, but still, every time.
It's a 13, so it's not great.
I sent you a message.
Oh. I don't know how to identify there's bone in these urns, honestly. I mean, I can assume they're human or humanoid bones.
I can take one out, but I think you should try to see if there's any other exits or weak walls or traps in here first. Haven't really looked for that.
That's true. I can go check if there's anything.
Okay. It will be perception or investigation to try and find a busted up wall or way out. That's up to you.
And
let's see.
anybody can help or do it or whatever.
I was gonna say Asher can help.
Dirty 20.
Dirty
Plus-
20?
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
18
Yeah.
plus 2.
There's definitely a weak wall right over here.
What? Wait. Where? Oh,
Right here. That wall looks pretty weak. You might be able to knock it down.
okay. I'm gonna knock it down.
He's gonna just fucking smash into this wall. Athletics, please.
smash.
Steak, don't fail me now.
Athletics right now?
Yeah, it's athletics or you make an attack. It's up to you, but you don't have a
Um,
bludgeoning weapon, dude. You got piercing weapons.
Yeah, I'm gonna athletics. Okay.
You got to brute force this shit.
That's
She
11.
just high kicks like, yeah.
That's 11, but my 11 athletics is plus 5 though.
16
So
Um,
total.
16.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
Kaz, you just step back a little bit and just shoulder barge into the wall as hard as possible. And like you can feel like you're gonna have a bruise on your arm, but you do feel a faint shudder from the wall.
Do I feel air coming out, or is it just still another tunnel?
It seems like it's another tunnel, but you definitely think that you could keep trying to knock that sucker down.
Naz,
break
what
it.
are you doing?
Should we help her? What?
Can I help her?
Sure.
I'm gonna grab my staff, and I'm gonna like on the other side of Cass, I'm gonna like with my staff.
And start jabbing at it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can assist Kaz with athletics, or you guys
Yeah.
can both start making attacks. It's up to you.
Cass, what do you want to do? Do you want me to help you, or do you want me to roll?
I
up to
feel
you.
like I don't know if we should use magic in here.
No,
Let's
no.
just keep attacking the wall.
You roll an advantage. Do a roll an advantage, because
Yeah,
Okay.
roll athletics at advantage.
Okay, hang on. No, fuck. That's a bit better. So that's a 15 plus 5.
Oh, 20.
20.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys now both begin to smash into the wall, using Fizzy's staff almost like a fulcrum, and starting to use it to pry loose rocks and stones. And eventually, you guys manage to get at least one big brick to fall loose of the wall. And you can see, peering inside, there is indeed another tunnel that heads further in that way, and you guys are starting to make a little bit of headway breaking down this wall. There is somewhere to go past here.
Lending more credence to the idea that this was brought here.
Yes, Darius.
Two things. One, I'll let Jill do those first.
As this is all happening, Ra is just gonna look around and hope that nobody's looking at the weird thing that Ra is about to do. He's gonna lean so that he can see this like construct's face, or lack thereof. I don't really know what's got going on in the head department. It's gonna sort of lean around and go, "Hello, gentlemen. Apologies for disturbing your slumber, standing, rest. Not sure. Quite a big fellow coming down after us. Hayden fiend, very disrespectful. If it comes here, you should kill it. You could probably win. We can't. We're so weak.
Hey, Rod,
Little. Yeah.
do me a favor.
Yeah.
I want you to roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Nervously. Okay. Investigation. Investigator.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's better than you've been rolling.
Rot,
Surely. Yeah.
you will see that underneath the chin of this thing, which has a perfectly flat face, like it's blank
Oh, so-
face. There's no face on it. On the underside of the chin, there's a very small mark about the size of maybe a fingernail. And it looks like there was another mark that was there that got scratched out. You don't know what it is, but you can see there's a new one. And it looks Because this one I actually did not have ready because I honestly did not anticipate people thinking ahead to look there. I'll have it ready in a few minutes. It looks a bit like this.
I mean, always anticipate. I assume you're drawing it on a different layer and then you're gonna...
I'm just quickly drawing it on the map.
Where?
Oh,
Here.
there.
There it is.
Looks like that.
So they took the circle away.
Yeah.
No circle.
You know, Asher could probably mend on the little scratched out one. Oh, we could figure out what the scratched out one was.
But the question is scratched out for a reason.
Yeah. Does that symbol look familiar to you?
Does that sound like familiar to me?
Roll religion, please.
Okay.
I also could just paint it closed again.
There we go.
I will quickly message you.
Sick. While God's doing that, can I do something stupid?
Sure. I'll never say no to that.
How heavy are these urns?
Maybe
I'll
20
carry one
pounds?
out for you.
I'm gonna do something stupider. I'm gonna put a couple of the urns right at the entranceway of the other door. So that way if it follows us, it has to destroy the urns to get through. So if these things are here to protect the urns, they'll attack him.
Okay.
No.
You can absolutely do that.
Just hope we don't have to go back this way and then people have to scramble over them.
There are worse things to crawl over.
We can jump over them. We've never had any bad luck jumping over things in this group.
Ever.
Right? Right? That's right.
I mean, I can jump without even having to do attack.
We'll move him for you. Scoot him out of the way. We step through.
We're going to Denny's now because of this. That's a fucking movie we are not.
I just want to say, I will, in one of the one-shots that I was once in with friends, there were a bunch of mimics. And my warlock used Mage Hand to move them all to the side so we could pass safely. And then we had to go back through that tunnel, and everybody else succeeded in jumping over besides my warlock, who jumped into a pile of mimics, essentially.
Ah!
So...
Make sure I get
That's
the
a little
name right.
painful.
One
Be
time
careful.
I stuck my hand in a mimic.
Yeah, you did do that, didn't you?
I did do that. I remember that sometime.
That was so. Although, to be fair, that is also where we ended up getting the ring that brought Gale back to life.
You just stuck it right in there. And I do it again. Not with Rot.
And now you play a character who has to touch everything.
We do it with Rot, but on the outside. Not in the mouth.
I've just sent you a message, buddy. And if you need me to pronounce those names, don't worry, I will.
I like the joke of the two gays in the party. Rat wants to touch everything. Kaz has to touch everything because of kleptomania.
Yeah.
The gays are very handsy.
No, neither of them are. One of them's too awkward to be handsy, and the other one's Ace.
I will need pronunciations on those, Connor, because I read them 3 times and I went, yeah, no, I don't. Out loud doesn't work. In my mind. Ugh. Jesus fuck. There's so many parts to these words you sent me. So many different sections.
I'm
of these
sorry.
words with a different
This one
pronunciation.
has four
Lo Siento.
This one has 4 syllables.
Yes.
That's banana pants crazy, dude.
Don't you know we're stupid?
You're
3
not
syllable words or less.
None of you are
Rot.
stupid.
Wrong. Rot is sort of like still tilted in that way of like was just talking to a robot, but is now like stuck looking at the symbol, and is just like not muttering, but like out loud to himself and anyone who is listening in or close enough to hear. It's just sort of like, oh, that sort of resembles the cults, the Gigandercary? Gigandercary. That's all 4 syllables, right?
Yeah.
Close enough.
It's close. It's close enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know it through writing, so like you haven't heard one of them pronounce it, so it's totally fair.
Rod does say it out loud like 3 times, going Gigandercary. Sort of culty.
Are you making up words?
No,
Are you feeling alright?
they were sun deprived, but overall pretty fine.
How?
All
Explain.
that.
In the background, it's just like the 2-frame animations of like Kaz and Fizzy going like.
You have like the bang, 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 and then you have the scraping sound of Darius trying to lug urns across the floor.
Would any of that sound familiar? Yeah, I was gonna say. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
So anybody who is an Akisian native may roll a history check on the Jagandir as Rod has pronounced them.
I've been here for 40 years. Does that count?
So Granny, Asher, Kaz,
Okay.
Darius. How long has Darius been on that case?
I think like 7 years.
Yeah, I'll say no to you.
Is it
Yeah,
history?
exactly.
I'm just like
History.
Gee, I wonder if Rat should roll.
Well, I got my information right here. That's all I need.
Honor
Oh.
with pass without a trace 25.
All right. Damn.
What are we stealthing?
No, just Jace.
Huh?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't see that.
Like that.
Asher's actually doing a thing and moving up.
I will remind you, if you're trying to sneak off somewhere, I still have my
No,
side active.
Don't worry. I
Don't
asked
worry
him to
about it.
roll.
What are we rolling? History?
History.
16.
16. Okay. Kaz, what'd you get?
I got a 12.
Okay. Fizzy. No, not Fizzy. Sorry, Granny.
Disney knows nothing. I came above ground 3 weeks ago.
I got a dirty 20.
You got a dirty 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You probably would know at least a little bit more information on the Jagandir. They are definitely a cult. Not socially accepted. They make their worshippers are made up of a group of people who are not socially accepted. Individuals who are crippled or are disfigured in some manner, or simply just not welcome in normal society due to something that makes them outcasts. That is the primary makeup of the worshippers. And they are worshippers of an individual by the name of Mother Magji. And their group has gotten a very, very bad reputation, known by most of the Akisians, because they are extreme utilitarians, for lack of a better term. They're in their minds, everything has to have a use. So if you're part of the group, you are always doing something, you're working for the group, you're helping, hunting, doing what have you. And when you pass away, your body is used. There's the idea of a body being buried and left to rot is not socially acceptable. In their mind, every bit of the body is used. Whether it is for armor, for weaponry, for bone meal, for fertilizer, or in the case of mussel, food. They can and will cannibalize their own if they are at the end of their lives or no longer useful.
Oh my gosh, prion disease.
Yep.
It's the no longer useful that is scary.
Well then, did the person up by the altar become no longer useful to the others?
It was a cool time for that stinger to come through.
Yeah, no shit. I did not do that. That was amazing. As the stinger hits, Fizzy and Kaz, you guys will manage to knock open a pretty sizable hole in the wall for you guys to squeeze through.
Okay, well, at least there's another exit in case the monster comes in. Boop. Also, I'm gonna sneeze right now.
Don't sneeze on me.
I'm not sneezing on you.
And how do you spell the...
One moment.
Just for notes.
Yep, just for notes, I get it. That is how you spell them.
Right, just writing it down.
Mm-hmm. Also, out of curiosity, how many urns are you guys gonna put in front of the other entrance? just out of curiosity, just 3 of them? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Everybody's taking notes right now.
We're making Shrek references, thank you very much.
Ew.
Yeah. From where I was sitting, I could only see 2 of Jess's fingers. So I thought she said that she only put 2 up. And then I thought you were like 3, and I was like, pick number 3, my
Number
lord.
3, my lord. I gotta see that again.
I love
Alright.
Shrek.
You guys literally live where Shrek Fest happens.
Yep. The alternative...
Oh, have we not had this conversation, Connor?
Fest.
I haven't heard
literally-
this conversation. What the fuck are you talking about?
We'll have to
During
talk
the
about this
break.
during the break.
Okay, we're gonna actually right now is a great
Becca's
time
so
for that.
mad at me right now. I can feel it.
Right now is a great time for that. We're gonna take a quick 5 to 10 minute break, and they're going to explain Shrek Fest to me because I don't know what we're talking about.
The
We will
alternative
be
reference.
right back. Welcome back.
Jolly,
Yeah.
your little monkey Reuben
Okay.
has this tendency to wander off and do his own thing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have lost track of Reuben.
Okay.
And Fizzy, you have the highest passive perception.
I do.
You will notice that it appears that Reuben has opened up the top of this urn right here and is beginning to reach his head and upper body inside of it.
Oh no. Kaz! 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 I
What?
think your monkeys just point at the direction of the... Is that
Okay.
moving? Wait, is something moving?
Huh? What? Are you...
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Hey guys, I proved my theory. It proved my theory.
My message double post.
Are any of you going to do anything?
No.
God's dismiss Ruben.
Hmm.
We knew
Would it,
it.
would it just be funnier to let him die to know that he did
He's
that?
gotta learn his lesson somehow.
Exactly. Exactly. I have to learn my lessons somehow.
The coldest motherfucking lesson. You watch as Ruben turns back and looks at you, Cass, and you just sit there with your arms crossed as the fucking stone, as the stone statue raises up one of its swords and then just goes, and just brings it down onto Ruben.
I have. Where is that gift?
This ain't the first time he done this. I ain't fixing his mess, you know?
Okay, this is the look that I am feeling it will be in mean.
As the blade...
Oh wait, that gift didn't load.
As the blade plunges through Ruben, the statue will use the tips of one of its blades to flip the top of the urn back in place and set it back in, and turns and walks back to its position where it was initially.
Huh. Well, Ruben did something useful.
Yeah, he was a test subject. Anyway, I'll go raise him later.
That's like watching your toddler stick a fork in the fucking light socket. You're like, nah, they have to learn their lesson somehow.
Oh.
We'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out eventually.
Little Billy lost a couple of fingers playing with fireworks. Yeah, well, he learned.
He's gonna do it again, is he?
Look,
Good.
it won't cause any lasting damage
Right,
to Ruben.
Yeah. Physically.
No, he's
Come on.
trying
Why
to
isn't
eat
it loading?
Him, buddy. That is on him.
That is on him. And if I did interfere, they would also cut me too. So
You know that thing we talked about with this group having less morals? Yeah, but Fortune's blade would have fucking been like, you don't touch our fucking familiars.
I just love that, like, I love that when Tana's like, just dismiss your monkey. I'm like, no. No,
No, he needs to learn.
he needs to learn that he shouldn't do that.
For the fuck around and find out approach.
What do you guys want to do?
Probably leave.
No, I have to resummon Ruben. He's probably getting mad at me.
Yeah, that's gonna
It's
take
okay.
some time.
I'm fine with. What are we gonna do?
Okay,
That's fair.
I'm trying to get one that will embed, but it's not wanting me to embed this.
It's okay,
gift.
Cody.
Yeah, I can burn the incense.
Here,
How many does it take? Like,
10 gold worth. Here,
But I
have
have-
to post.
10 gold, 1 incense.
There we go.
one incense. Okay, I have 15. That's why I bought.
I'm in 15 Ruben. That's how that works. Don't ask anyone
What?
else. I'm next.
That's what. I love that gif, and I think that's like the look between Kaz and Ruben.
Yeah, Kaz, you have the materials to resummon Ruben.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So, unless if there's nothing else you guys would like to do, you can leave. Okay. In that case, you guys begin making your way out of the chambers, and you continue on your way through the caves. And you also managed to avoid making any mistakes that would have resulted in the statues kicking your ass.
Also, finding out those statues in a room full of urns. Yeah.
No, there was one other thing that could have triggered them, and I had
Question.
Yeah.
Because Jill had a theory.
I had a theory. Because Jace was rolling stealth. If they'd seen the mask on Asher,
They would have tried to kill Asher.
Yeah, I was gonna say they would have gone buck wild.
They would have gone straight for Asher.
Thank you for passing, guys.
Yeah, that's why I had you roll that again, Jace. You
the second the mask was there, I kind of figured that out the whole time. Asher kind of thought so too, but he's like, I'm just gonna wear it. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm curious.
I'm just gonna stay in the shadows and hope I can steal his mask.
Yeah, I'm not gonna piss him off or anything, but like I want to see what happens.
You get in their faces and go, I stole your god's face.
Exactly.
Would you strike down the face of your god?
Yes.
They clearly fucking did.
Yeah.
So now that we're out of there, and clearly nothing has happened at this point. Like Asher hasn't heard anything from the mask or anything like that. I mean, Asher is going to take the actual mask part off, but he is going to keep it in his coat. So it's on him, like physically on him, but not like he's not wearing it.
Cool. You remove the mask and you feel fine. You don't feel any strange effects. You remove the Forgotten God's visage and you have it in your inventory.
Cool.
You may do whatever with that you may wish. So I'm so sorry. So gassy today. You guys continue your way down further into the caves, and we'll continue that way for a few hours. I need perception checks, everybody, please.
Actually, Asher's going to put the mask back on. I'm just kidding.
You're going to put the mask back on?
Yeah, Asher's too fucking curious. Asher's going to keep wearing the mask. Yeah, fuck it.
Sure.
If something's going to happen, it's going to happen. If not, oh well.
Sight or regular?
It's hearing in this case.
Connor.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Can I use my guidance? Connor.
That's a -1 going forward.
Can I use guidance on myself?
19 plus 5, 24.
19 plus 5. You can use guidance on yourselves.
Sweet.
You've had guidance this whole time?
No, I just wanted to say I haven't busted that one out yet.
It would have been really funny.
No, but thank you for asking.
What did Asher get, Chase?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Must
Yes?
be the mask.
8 plus 2, but I'm distracted to resummon Ruben while walking.
2 10s, okay. Fizzy? You can just say the numbers. Me and Cody will add them together.
Yeah, okay, so 14 plus 8 plus 2.
22, 24
total.
Okay.
Granny?
What are these numbers?
Yes,
let's go. 800.
Serious? What did you get?
I got a natural 20, baby, for 28.
Hell
and
yeah.
Rod?
30, 20.
Donna?
Yeah.
90 plus 5 for 24.
Okay. Well, everybody who rolled a 10 or below, you don't pick up on this.
That's fine.
That's
Everybody
okay.
else, you will hear the faint sounds of some critter distantly going. And then you will hear the sounds of combat ensuing.
My plan worked.
As it sounds like the Hayden Fiend broke the urns that you guys left behind, and it pissed off the Guardians. Not only did you avoid a combat encounter, you used it in your favor.
We've solved your combat riddle.
Yeah, my combat riddle, all right.
We took your
Yes.
2 encounters and we smashed them together at each other.
Wait, and all we lost was Ruben.
Yeah, sure.
You will be remembered, dude.
For the next 5 minutes until he gets resummoned.
Rest in memoriam. Oh, he's back. Never mind.
The plot twist is we avoided those 2 encounters, but when Kaz summons Ruben back, we do have another encounter to deal with, and it's pissed off Ruben.
Don't worry.
Dun, dun, dun.
We have food.
I literally do have food on me right now.
He's like, I'm pissed. Oh, pomegranate.
I have pomegranates, plums, Oranges and coconuts.
Just don't give him a coconut because he might try to bash someone over the head with it.
Yeah.
Kaz, you will
Yes.
succeed in resummoning Ruben.
Uh-huh.
And you will watch as Ruben gets resummoned, and then he just slowly turns his head up and looks at you.
So what did we learn? Okay, that was very nice. You don't have to call me that. Not my fault that you picked the bones.
Ruben charges at your leg and starts biting at your leg.
Okay. You don't have to throw a tantrum.
You will take a single point of piercing damage from Ruben.
Oh yes, like I'm not used to Ruben biting me already.
The image of Kaz just continuing to walk with this like rabid Reuben on his leg, like he'll get over it.
As she's walking, Darius will pull an orange out of her pocket and go, Reuben!
Where do you hold the orange?
Like above my head to show him I have it.
All right, Ruben will start scuttling up to the orange. He overhand throws it at Kaz.
What the fuck? What the heck, man?
Maybe I should have given him a plum.
I don't carry the fruits here.
No, I said I should have.
Oh.
Will a plum satisfy you instead?
He's just gonna throw it at her again. I don't think we should give him a position.
Well, I'm not giving him the coconut or the pomegranate. That would actually hurt.
It's up to you two.
She does. She actually does have the pomegranate in her hand.
Pomegranate or plum?
Plum, sorry.
I like the thought that this has been an experience that Tana's had in the past, but Ruben gave up because she kept deflecting missiles.
Try again.
One more time.
Darius does hand a plum to him this time.
Ruben starts taking bites out of it, ripping off chunks, and then tossing the chunks at Kaz.
Okay, look, that's not my fault that you were very nosy about the jar, okay?
Just realized I have the monkey right now. That is very loud in my ear. How do you stand that?
I don't know. I don't like that she keeps insulting me. So
how do you know he's insulting you?
I just can tell.
Fair enough.
So you guys, continuing your trek down through the caves, you will begin walking some more. We'll adjust the time. The individual's high perception, namely Fizzy here, you will note that the distant sounds of combat die down, and it sounds like if the Hayden Fiend is following you, it is following from much further behind than it was before. So
I guess the natural 20 will go fuck itself.
Natural. Oh, sorry.
That's true. You would.
I apologize. My mistake.
I also tied with Fizzy.
Yeah. So, Darius, it sounds like the Hayden Fiend is either significantly slowed or is much further behind than it was before. Continuing on, you guys will be able to go for another few hours. Until then, you will eventually have to stop. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning at this point.
Stopping so we can long rest, or trying to decide if we're pushing forward?
It's up to you to either push forward or long rest. Your decision.
Well, I mean, we should have another 12 hours because we rested at 9:30 the previous evening.
9:30 the previous evening, and then you woke up. You didn't rest at 9:30. That's when you woke up.
We've been going for 12 hours.
But it's up to you. What would you like to do?
No one's bleeding. No one's hurt. Yeah, let's push on.
Okay. You guys are going to continue marching. I'll need Constitution saves, please.
Yeah. I'm just weary. I have a -1.
The DCs are lower. There's the save.
Anna, don't challenge my ability to roll low. Oh, thank God.
That's fine, see? Alright, that wasn't.
No. I am getting bit by Ruben, though.
Yeah, you are getting assaulted.
Ooh,
Okay, cool.
22 total.
Asher?
12.
Kaz?
It's a 9.
Fizzy?
21.
Gotcha. Granny? Darius?
14 plus 1 minus 1, so 14.
Rot?
19 total.
And Cody. Sorry, Tana.
18 plus 4 for a 22.
Gotcha. So the only one who starts to feel the wear of time on them would be Costella. You guys will be able to get easily another 4 hours, no problem. But Costella, at that point, you will be starting to become a little bit exhausted. You'll take a single point of exhaustion.
Okay.
Go away when you sleep.
They will
Yeah.
go away when you sleep. So it's not the end of the world. It is annoying though.
So the exhaustion tracker in the top left of your character portrait.
Oh, okay.
You can do that, so that way you don't have to think about it. You don't have to, like...
You can just mark it down.
At some point, Rot will pull Frog out and try and distract Ruben from gnawing on Cass.
At which that point, Frog will be grabbed hold of by Ruben and will kind of start like hunkering down while holding on to them.
He's an emotional support parent.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh. The other way it could have gone would be Ruben pick up Frog and throw Frog at
No!
Cass.
I don't think Ruben's that strong.
No.
Rot would have just grabbed Frog midair and been like, no, never mind.
Use Frog like flail.
A very soft flail.
It's assuming Frog would have just, latched on.
Familiar on familiar violence.
You just hear this quiet sound anytime it hits you. So you guys will be able to go another 4 hours, no problem. You can keep pushing on forward if you'd like. It's up to you. The more you force march, the more you have to save, and the higher the DC gets.
I just want to see the sun again.
That's
We've been
totally fair.
underground for so long.
Up to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Far are we going? God, we're so far from Asher's cart.
I know.
I know where you are. Don't worry.
I want to be outside. Yeah.
The sleepy time.
Take another nap to sleepy time junction.
In the Underdark, are we? Do we magically go into the Underdark?
You're not in the Underdark just yet.
Just yet? Oh, that's terrifying. Not
I'd
for
be
me.
so
For
happy if we were outside.
me, for me
In
that
the
would not be
sun
scary.
again.
For me, I would be
Don't
fine.
worry. It's fine.
Finger rest is probably the best call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You guys wish to take a watch or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll take one this time. 'Cause I didn't take one last time.
I'll take
Gotcha.
one.
Gotcha.
Tana can do the last one, since she typically cooks for everyone in the mornings anyways.
First watch. Please roll a perception check.
Perception. Bonk. Nice.
So, Rod,
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. What? Yeah.
what's the plan?
Like, just like the current plan, or like the overall arching plan?
What's your plan?
All right. Well, get out of the caves. That's it. That's the plan. Whole plan. Whole thing.
That's all?
Sure. That I want to think about in the deep, dank caves full of creatures.
You really should start thinking about other options.
How do you mean?
You unfortunately do have a time limit. You know you do. Look, it's possible that your master may know what is going on, or may even be responsible.
I still think there's a way. There's a way to fix it. I just have to figure it out. And I've got this big fancy book. Surely it'll have something at some point when I sit down and actually ask it.
Why don't you? You have it right now,
Well,
and the old
I'm
woman
not
can't
really-
stop you.
alright, first of all, name's Granny. Be a little respectful there. I'd rather not do it in a... Again, this all revolves around getting out of the cave. Once we're out, then I'll figure out a time to do it. Oh, so I got a year.
You have a
Like
year.
what? Just...
You have less than a year.
Ah. I'm just... If it doesn't know anything, I've got nothing. So I'd rather live in a little bubble where all I have to do is ask the book. I just have to find time to do it. Because if I ask it and it knows nothing, it's been for nothing.
What do you think of the odds of an ancient book that you spent all this time trying to get, not having that information? What do the odds of that are, do you think?
I don't know. What if it... They lost that page?
They lost that page.
I don't know. To the halls of history. It's gone. No knowledge. No one knew anything about it.
The long dead Magus lost the page on curses.
He forgot, maybe. I don't know. I didn't know him. Maybe he was forgetful and he accidentally put it in his recipe book instead of his fancy blood book. Or maybe they were both the same. Maybe his recipe book was also a fancy blood book. We don't really know. No one really knows. Can't ask him.
Rod, I think you're using your anxiety as an excuse in this case.
Well. That's a little tough. I don't know if it's an excuse, more of a debilitating. I can't really open it because if I open it, whoo.
Who what?
Whoo. You know what it is? Just, it's like opening a... It's gonna be a lot to handle, and I would rather do it somewhere where I'm not surrounded by the sleeping bodies of my friends and also a giant monster in a cave. So when I get back to my room, I'll do it. I'll do it in the caravan.
There's no better time to do it. You're going to be taking a rest, and the caravan is still several days out.
Rod's gonna look back the way they came. There's no obvious, like, visible markers of the Hayden Fiend coming.
Not at all. You guys would be hearing it by this point, and you're confident it's not anywhere near.
Rod's gonna turn back, take the book out, grab Cause specifically, and be like, if you're suggesting this, you're doing it. And how many hit points do I have? 32. Interesting. Nobody's awake to tell me not to do this.
No one's awake.
Rod's gonna put 30 hit points into the book and specifically focus on his specific curse and like how to get rid of a curse like this. Or how to like extend time on a curse or whatever. Just anything that'll help.
Roll me your spellcasting modifier.
What do I roll for that?
Intelligence.
It is intelligence plus your proficiency.
Roll a save.
Yeah, roll a save basically. That's the best way of handling it.
17.
Pretty good. Ront, in the quiet of the night, you spill some of your blood onto the book to perceive the to be given the information on curses and what exactly the potential causes could be. Extending the timing for a curse just comes down to how much life it has to take. So the only way to extend it would be to add on more life, and there aren't a lot of good ways to do that. To remove
magic time.
to remove a curse, they would either take magic that is stronger than whatever was cast upon it, or the spell to be released or let go of by whomever cast it. There are some small brief mentions of objects and artifacts that were and are powerful enough to do so, but some of these are old or may not be around anymore. You're not sure. There are mentions of things called way fountains that are basically water sources that have these little fountains built around them, and they have an odd magical effect to them. But it varies from from fountain to fountain. Which one does what, you're not sure, but it's possible there's one that could help. There is, of course, the most obvious solution. Ending the spell that was cast would be the best way to do it, and that'd be by ending the individual who cast it upon you.
That's exactly what I didn't want to read.
But there are still other options.
Of course, let's just find one of these magical fountains. Surely there's got to be one down here in the cave somewhere.
In the caves, no. Somewhere around here. The world's a big place, so there are plenty of options.
There are.
And I realize that you're dead set on being a wizard, but have you considered that maybe you could just be a warlock? I'm confident that with enough power, maybe I could extend your life in some way. I don't know how, but it's an option.
Oh, no. To deviate from a course I've set for myself, that my family set for me, that everything has set for me in my life to get to this one point, to suddenly deviate from it so far in. I've done too much to turn back now. Rod's gonna close the book, put it back wherever Rod stores the book. Put Cause back on his back, and he's just gonna stare into the fire for the rest of the night. And if Cause attempts to make more conversation, Rot's.
Okay. Cause will say one last thing before also delving into silence. You could always ask the book what it would take to become a wizard.
Under the mask, Rot's eyes will kind of dart towards where the book is, but then immediately just go back to the fire and it's just focused in.
Okay. Next watch.
I'll take it.
Got it. Perception check, please.
Perception. So 15.
15.
Still pretty good.
The dark is comforting. It's quiet. You don't hear any sounds of the Hayden Fiend. For the guests, probably far, far behind you all. And if it's that willing to track you, that's quite impressive, but you think as long as you guys get out of here before it catches up closer, maybe you'll be safe. But you can't help but just think about all the other worries, Darius. You know that there's a problem out there. You know that your partner is missing. And it looks like there's something that is responsible for it, something large. But you don't know what. And it eats away at you. The way most unsolved mysteries or cases do. But you'll figure it out eventually. You know you will. And as you realize that you'll figure it out eventually, you can't help but think that you catch the flicker of a faintly humanoid shape with like a peacock's array of eyes surrounding it, peering out from one of the cave walls for just a moment, and then they disappear.
I've had many things trick my eyes before, but never the dog. She's gonna get up to where she saw it and tap on the stone with the back of her hand.
Stone seems solid, non-illusory. You see nothing there.
Okay. I'm just gonna tell the next watch to keep an eye for it.
Okay. Next watch.
Me? 17 plus 5 for 22.
The watch is quiet. It's dark, so unfortunately all you can depend on is your ears. But that's fine. You know that there is a way out, of course. But you can't help but be a little bit anxious about the possibilities that there isn't.
I have been rolling, actually.
Mm-hmm. Another day. You're sure you'll get out. And then you'll figure it out. That's all you can do. You'll figure out what to do next. You'll figure out how to get back. You don't know how you're going to do all that, but you will. It's quiet down here. You don't hear the Hayden Fiend. If it's nearby, then it's somehow found a way to become quiet, but you think it's just not around. Not right now. You sit through your watch. And you start preparing the food before everybody else wakes up. Watches have ended. Night came and went with no issues. The Hayden Fiend has been left far behind you all. What would you like to do?
Keep going.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Okay.
I want to get out of the
Was that a long
anxiety
rest?
cave.
Yes,
It was a long rest, yes.
Okay, I
The
can.
anxiety cave.
Welcome to the anxiety cave.
Population you, bro.
What do you mean, welcome to it? This is my home.
I live down here.
Am I also still exhausted, by the way, or is
No.
that?
No,
You-
that wears off after a long rest.
You
Okay.
remove 1 level of exhaustion per long rest.
Yeah, which in this case means it's gone.
Yeah, you only add 1.
So, you all get up, and just like last night, you begin moving, hiking your way through the caves. Within a few hours, I'd say about 3, you start to hear the faint drips of water, the sounds of moisture that have begun to build around the actual cave itself, condensating and making small puddles and pools of water. 30 minutes after that, you smell a freshness to the air that you haven't smelled in quite a while. And then, 30 minutes after that, you will find the exit to the cave. It is the dead of night. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. But-
I was running towards.
You have found your way out of the cave. Now, where the hell are you? Do any of you have a map out of curiosity, or is that in the cart?
Assuming it's in the cart.
Okay,
I know the one that
I
Asher
have-
has is in the cart.
gotcha.
I have a copy that Tana has made of all of the maps Asher has because she requested that. However, if I recall, I rolled a 15 on them, so they might not have.
They may not be
landmarks to
100% accurate.
precise.
Yes.
I will point out we also have someone with us who is got a very good brain.
Yes,
Yes.
keen mind certainly helps. Rot.
Brain blast it.
Would you like to? Do you want to? You want to brain blast it and roll an intelligence check?
I'm retreating to my mind palace.
No, stop it. We don't allow Sherlock in this world.
What am I rolling?
Intelligence.
Connor, I'm literally Sherlock. What
Shut
the
up.
fuck are you talking about?
Shut up.
Is it ability check?
Yeah.
Just-
Hey, dirty 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Brain blast.
Yeah. You're not Sherlock, but you are Russell Crowe in A Brilliant Mind.
Yeah.
That's a weird movie.
Minus the schizophrenia.
Well, I mean, you
Um,
do have a voice talking in your head.
No, okay, this is fair.
I want to be Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes.
That's the best Sherlock Holmes, though.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
I prefer the elementary version, but that's okay.
If you were to guess, you think that basically that cave took you from one side of the mountain to the other side of the mountain. Just judging by what the faint trickles of light are casting, you think that you're probably on the western side of the mountain range instead of the eastern side. So you think that you're probably right about here.
Fun. I was stuck in the dark. I gotta go to the Ekes map.
Oh, right. I got to bring you to the Ekes map.
I was stuck in
Hey.
the dark. I couldn't see anything. I was still in the cave. The anxiety cave.
The anxiety cave.
The last night in there, everyone was like, "Hey, what if things were worse?" And everybody was like, "No."
Anxiety tunnel.
Here's the
Anxiety
is that-
tunnel.
Rot was freaking out, but like Fizzy was like, "This is fine."
All I can
Through
think
the
of-
mountain.
Is the Bane quote of like, "I was born and it molded my."
Bye.
I will tell you, Connor, I rolled every at the start and end of every long rest.
Wait, hold on.
I rolled exactly the DC one of the times and one above it another time. So,
which leads us to Tana's flaw, which has not come up and has not had to come up this entire time.
the second one.
Yeah, the second flaw that Tana has that she requested or Cody requested. What's the specific word for it, Cody?
Clythrophobia. The fear of being trapped somewhere or unable to escape.
That is the other flaw that Tana has.
It's frequently conflated with claustrophobia, but claustrophobia, it doesn't care how big or small the space is. It is the fact of
Tana could be Tana could be in adamantine handcuffs and that would activate it because she can't escape now.
Ooh.
That's why her room has an open hole in it as a window in the card.
Yes?
I was gonna say my oracle number's 9, by the way.
Oh, okay. Lucky number 9.
In the middle of the road.
So, you're somewhere right around here. You're pretty confident about that. Asher, you can definitely call the cart. It'll take some time for it to get here.
Yeah. Asher is going to do so. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna call the cart. Asher is gonna ask Rizzy if she noticed anybody else going into the cave, and also is gonna what day is it? Just to make sure.
Master Asher. It's good to hear from you again.
Of course. My apologies.
It is the 39th of spring.
All right.
Time seemed fine. I can remove the poison thing. What are you talking about?
Darius, you're poison.
Don't you fucking dare. Darius, your poison. Randy, your sticks.
So we can't remove poison? This is poison.
Yeah.
You're right.
Poison.
You can't remove it because I locked it on the screen. And it stays there because I'm going to be making another version of this map where your writing's on there permanently.
Darius, your poison. That's on the actual in-game map we have.
Yep.
Scrawled out. Darius, your poison.
Jess, I'm going to need you to write that and then just send me a version of that so I can put it onto the map.
Well,
that's Jill's handwriting.
That was specifically because we had a 3-week break.
Yeah, from the 3-week break, and I had used it in my list thing.
She used it already, though. That's what I'm saying.
It's the poison. For Darius.
Darius is poison. Cusco's poison.
The poison for Darius.
Oh God. Okay.
For Darius.
Hey, you know
Poison for Darius.
hey, you know the echo.
Echolalia, we've all got it. We're here.
Cusco.
It's a major problem.
Right. Squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeaking.
Squeak, 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 squeaking. Squeak and squeak.
I love his voice.
Asher, do you think Veze could use that fire crystal?
Oh, I know a way that I know that there is a way that we can use it.
She is kind of fire.
This is an out of character. You go ahead.
No. That makes no sense.
We kind of need it for evidence.
Wait.
Well, here's what you do if you want to store it. Pack it in a jar and fill sand around it.
Put it in a jar of
absorb
dirt.
any moisture.
I got a jar of dirt.
I got a jar of dirt.
I got a jar of dirt. I guess what's inside it.
You're giving me a jar of that. Precisely.
If you don't want it, give it back.
Give it back. Is the jar gonna help?
Ignore that. I opened Discord on my phone, and when I scrolled, it did it.
Okay.
I can't do anything. I don't have the authorizations for it, so. Thankfully. Anyways, we should probably, go find Amador.
There's a mountain. There's a mountain between you. You'll have to go around the mountain.
Let's lay our
will-
plan out step by step. First, we all get in the cart, and then we close the. Sorry. First, we open the door of the cart.
I'm
and we
gonna
get in the
end your
cart.
entire
then we
career.
close the door of the cart.
What?
Step by step.
I'm going to eat your cat.
I have a
Try
question.
fun.
What route is Asher having the cart take?
Whatever is the most
Skyrim style.
direct. Yeah.
Because
We can
we're right
Skyrim
around
horse
where
glitch this bitch, so Rizzy's just going over.
we are right around where the cat's home is. So it
Yeah, you are.
Good.
You
Drop
guys
off
are
the cat.
actually near Thrall at this point.
We gotta drop off cat.
I mean, if you're passing through from like down this way, the cat could just jump out because Tana kept the cat in her room since the open window of the cat didn't like being constrained as well. So if the cat is like, home is there, I'm just gonna jump out. It can.
There is only
Hi.
exactly one window that actually opens in the cart.
Yes, Joe.
I don't want to have a cat jump out of a moving car.
Okay, that's fair.
Regardless, if it's from a door or the one window, I want it to not jump.
Would you?
Got
Would
delicate
you?
bones.
Would you guys like to try to find the village of Thrall? That could
Yes, I
give
mean-
you a place to post up and wait for the cart.
I'm kind of curious what a cat village looks like.
It's
Yes.
probably just a regular village with people that live there, and the cat lives somewhere. Maybe it is. Maybe it is a village of cats. No, wait a minute.
Just cat.
Missy would be so
that is-
excited.
Maybe that is how they exist. It could be a curse from a witch or something.
Yeah,
This is how we get canonical warrior cats.
This is the warrior cats village.
Trout leap.
Oh my god.
I never read
Brimble
those
pelt.
books.
Brimble cat.
came out after I would have read them as a kid, but they came out like way after, I think.
Does anyone have any good warrior cat names?
No. I don't even
I don't want to know why you need warrior cat.
Well, I'm gonna get being a little gladiator uniform.
Is it fighter?
but yeah, we should actually find that place, have the cart meet us there so that we can drop off cat.
Okay. Just a quick survival check from one of you.
I'll do it.
I will help because I have the map.
I mean, okay.
You have advantage.
I rolled a 19 the first time.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 19 and then an 11. I was like, I rolled it just to see if I rolled nat 20, but no.
But
Rolled a
here's the
19,
thing: you
which-
have to declare it before you know the result of the roll.
That's fair. 27. I believe. Hold on, let me make sure I am. I think I am though. If not, whatever. Yeah, 27.
Okay. So with a little bit of searching around, you'd find what looks like either footpaths or hunting paths around this area. So you're pretty sure you can just kind of trace those back and find the village of Thrall with no real issues. You all begin making a small trek through the woods themselves. It does not take very long for you to actually find the village itself. It is a few miles away from one of the train tracks. And you realize that this place has really just been kind of left on the wayside. There really isn't any road coming from the train tracks to it because there's nowhere for the train to stop. And there really aren't many roads coming from anywhere else coming to this place, so they've just kind of been left on their own. Right now, since it's so late, the village is quiet. There's no one around. There's no one outside on the streets. You can see that there are, you'd estimate probably about 50 or so buildings here. Decent sized, thatched roofs, many of which have been repaired by less than expert hands. Would all of you please do some perception checks for me, please?
What is with my perception rolls?
Can I
this
guide
evening?
myself on this, Connor?
Sure.
Cool. Cool. Okay.
I had one bad perception roll, and the rest have been really good.
Asher?
7.
Kaz?
8.
Are you counting up? Busy?
22.
No, that's not how
That's
that
not
goes.
the next number.
That's damn. We gotta
Becca?
read the numbers.
Literally, I would have to roll a nat 1 with no guidance to get a 9. Okay,
You guys
can't.
Actually-
can't count up. God damn it.
To be honest, that was the most fizzy answer that you could have given. What's the next one? That one. I like that one. Is that the next one? I don't know. I just like the number.
I heard that one earlier.
Darius?
10.
We missed a number. All right. We're getting there, though.
Let's go.
19.
Oh, God damn it.
I don't know how to count.
It has a 9 in it. It has a 9 in it. It counts.
Tana.
For the third time this evening, I've tied with Fizzy. 22.
You two are just rolling the same. Jolly and I are rolling like one apart or the same the whole night.
That's right.
This is for flavor. Can I just say, I like to imagine that when teaching Fizzy the numbers, you start with 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we get to the 20s. And it's like, all right, Fizzy, what do you think these are? Shows her 22. 32! 22, 22, 21, 22, 23. Yes! It's good enough.
The individuals who rolled past 15, you guys will note that there is some life in the village right now. Not a lot, but there is some. And what you'll notice, especially our individuals here with dark vision, is that there is some slight eye shine coming from several of the roofs in the village. And it looks like there are a few critters that are staring down at you all.
Fizzy waves. Fizzy goes,
Oh my gosh, it's a Khajiit village, and they're all... There's cats and tabaxi, and they're all Khajiits.
do they look like animals?
They look like animals, yes. But then you watch as a few more eyes join up with the ones on the roof. And then a few more eyes join up with the ones on the roof. And then there are about 15 on the roof.
They are animals or are they people?
And then there are about 25 on the roof. And they're all
Oh, wait,
staring
25
at you guys.
25 pairs or 25 eye shines?
25 pairs.
Okay.
Animal.
Rye's gonna pick up the cat that we are returning and go.
He's not with you
with us
just yet, but you do now just are aware that there are a bunch of small creatures staring down at you.
Speak with
You gonna cast Speak with Animals?
Yes.
I want you to know though, all we heard was Speak.
Speak.
I'm casting Speak with Animals.
Got it.
So Fizzy casts Speak with Animals on herself.
I mean,
She's
that
like-
is Kronk using Speak with Animals. Squeak!
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeaking.
Squeaker, squeaker, squeak, squeak.
Squeaker, squeaking.
Squeaker. I want to
Oh.
die.
Squeaker, squeaker, squeak,
Squeaker.
squeak.
Good night.
Quick.
Is
Running
this
away. I'm choosing.
Izzy's
Poison
just.
for Cusco.
I can't mute you, but I can make it look like an accident.
Oh my god.
Quick, guys.
Meow.
Fizzy going cat. Oh my. I'm gonna go like cry in a corner, I think.
No.
It's okay. It's just these chuckle fucks.
Sorry.
Which one of us are the chuckle?
Yes.
Which one?
Becca's not involved in this, and neither is Jolly.
No.
You have your answer.
Listen, the timing was perfect. I had to do it.
So you're saying me, Cody, Jason, Connor?
Yes.
Sorry, Fizzy. Go
It's
on.
okay. It happens. We're all ADHD in this fucking group.
I'm
Autistic, thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm just stupid.
No. Anyway, she'll just she literally raises her hands up and just like, we're not here to hurt you. Although if somebody came into the village, I totally get it. If you're scared, but actually we're returning something. We're just waiting for them to show up.
Do you know where our leader is?
He's your leader?
Where is he?
Name?
No.
Is he lying to me?
Roll insight.
I believe the fucking cat we've been wandering around with might as well be a president of a cat.
Sit down, Mr. President.
Insight is a 25.
Yes, it's absolutely lying to you.
Oh, come on. Yes, I have your leader. He's coming, but he has a name and I know he does. Tell us. We're doing you a favor. We came all this way. He was very far.
Why do you have our leader?
Because somebody took him from you and we're returning him.
You'll watch as several of the cats start to jump down off of the roofs, and they'll start to kind of like circle around you all.
Busy
Can
gets
I-
on the floor.
Can I animal handling?
Sure.
Because I have foods and stuff. Ooh, 14 on the die plus 5, so 19 total.
So there's now a growing circle of felines that have begun to surround you, and they're all kind of circling around very slowly in a somewhat intimidating manner. And Tana kind of gets down onto their knees and holds out a bit of food, and one of them will kind of break the circle and start trotting over and just start munching on the food. And then you'll hear one of them go, "What? Get back in the circle. Get back in the circle."
Listen, Fizzy is getting down on her knees and talking to the cats. She's just like, look, I don't know what happened and why, who came, but somebody weird came to your town and took your leader, which I would like to call him by his name, because it feels mean not to, but he won't tell me, and I think you guys should tell me, because I'm bringing him back to you.
Fizzy.
You just hear me
Fizzy.
going meow meow. I'm just meowing.
I know. Fizzy.
Yeah.
What are they saying?
He's their leader, apparently.
Why are they circling us like we're the enemy?
Because I think it's fine. She's just like
Ra is doing that thing that cat people do where like he's not quite on the ground, but he's
look, I know. Look, somebody came and I want to know who it is because they are very bad people. And they came and they did something bad. It was bad. And we're bringing him back because I don't think it's nice that we take somebody away from home who doesn't want to be away from home. I think you should choose to leave your home, and he did not choose to leave here.
Make a
So we're bringing him
persuasion
back.
check.
Okay. I was like, can I get an advantage because I'm talking to him? But it's
No.
fine. Can I have guidance for it?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just wanting to shake Michelle. If she had said one more sentence, I had something that could have helped her.
It's okay. I did pretty okay. 16 plus. I think 16 was 1.
You'll see that the cats
17.
stop and begin to kind of slow and stop, and they'll start to turn and look at you. And one will kind of make eye contact with you directly. And this one is kind of a more slender-looking feline, kind of gray furred, a bit patchy, bit splotchy. They definitely look like they have been. They've gone into their fair share of fights, judging by the chewed ear. And they'll look at you and go, "So it wasn't you that took him?"
Oh.
Hmm. We'll wait for him.
Okay. Hey, Asher, do you know how long it'll take? I mean, time doesn't really mean anything to me, but still.
Percy, based on the coordinates, do you have an estimation about when you will be here?
A day and a half.
A day and a half.
It's gonna take a while. The sun has to come up, and then come down again, and then come up.
We are aware of the concept of a day. Thank you.
I'm not really. It wasn't above ground until a few weeks ago. They tell me it's weeks. I don't know what that means. So it's gonna take a bit. So, we're gonna stay here, I guess, for a day. And what?
Want proof that we've seen him?
Oh, we can prove that we've seen him. How?
And there's... I still have this. It's in my inventory. Pulls out the dried flower crown that was left on that dead woman's body.
Mm-hmm.
Which will smell like the cat that ate her face.
That's true, actually. It would.
I also have a drawing of him, because I draw every creature we meet.
Oh, she'll like take the crown and she'll like put it in front of the cat. See, look.
That's him.
She'll hand it back to her. See, we've had him, and he's coming. I promise he's coming. He's with the cart that we have, but it's just gonna take a while.
Very well. And the cats will kind of start to disperse away from you.
Are there only cats in this village?
Only cats?
Only cats.
It is
And
very dark out. If there are any people, they might be asleep.
Fizzy's gonna get up, and she's gonna look around to see if like any lights are on.
No lights are on right now. It's dead of night.
Well, not like we can wake someone up. That doesn't seem nice. I mean, we can't really do anything for. A day and a half, essentially.
Well then, Darius is gonna look around and go, I'm gonna go explore the woods around this place. Anyone with me?
Sure, why not?
Oh. I shouldn't. I can't see.
Our sleep schedules are so fucked, guys.
Yeah, your sleep schedules are fucked to there and back.
Not the person who doesn't.
Yeah, that's just Jolly in real life.
Not the person who doesn't have a sleep schedule.
I haven't even slept yet today, so
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Tana can fall asleep on a dime and wake up exactly 8 hours, so she's fine. She's fine because there's no concept of days and nights where she's from, so she's just used to. I'm tired, I sleep.
So who's staying behind and who's gonna go explore?
I know that as soon as Granny and Tana are like, well, I can't see, Rod's gonna cast dancing lights.
mean, I'm gonna go to the woods. I want to see if there's anything I can collect that will help, that I can make stuff out of.
Okay. So Asher, Fizzy, Darius. Anybody else want to go to the woods?
I want to climb a tree.
You want to go? You want to go climb a tree?
I have to climb something. I need to, muscle.
It's been too long. She's jonesing.
You need to work out.
I have
exercise.
I need to not.
Becoming feral.
Rot, are you gonna go into the woods, or are you gonna stick around with Granny and Tana?
Rod will dismiss dancing lights and stick around with. I say dismiss. We'll leave them lit around us, but we'll stay with Granny and Tana.
Cool.
Surrounded by cats.
Yeah.
Where is she?
So, Granny, Rot, and Tana, you all begin kind of setting yourselves up to sit down for a little bit until somebody wakes up.
There is one thing I'd like to do.
Yeah?
And I know there will be great difficulty in it and it'll probably fail. But Tana is, because she did kind of attract one of the cats, and she speaks to animals in Sylvan, so still doesn't understand but different from regular people. She's going to try to convey, someone took your leader, but we don't know what they look like, and we're trying to find them. Do you have any idea? Did any of you see suspicious people? She's gonna try to sense the thoughts to see if there's an image that can be pulled out.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. You can make a roll for that.
14 plus 5, so 19.
You will get an image back that basically amounts to don't really know, silhouette, unknown. This cat doesn't really know.
If any of you have one saw the people, it'd be a help to know what they look like. I'll feed it a bit more, give it some squitches, and then let it go.
The cat goes trotting off. Granny, Rot, and Tana, you guys all sit down and post up and start waiting a little bit. Are there any things that you wish to do while you're just resting and waiting? Granny smoking a cigar. Rot, any actions?
Rod is sitting crisscross applesauce, but is patting his legs at any time a cat wanders nearby. He's like,
So I will say, can all three of you please make animal handling checks?
yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm trained in this.
I've been
Cats are
training
horses
my
to
whole
smaller.
life for this. I've been training my whole life for this.
What'd you get, Granny? 15. What'd you get, Rot?
12.
What'd you get, Tana?
22.
22. You guys will sit down to start resting. And all three of you are friendly towards animals, so you'll kind of try to pet them and try to have them come towards you. And Tana, you're the first one who definitely has some luck getting more of the cats to come towards them. Well, I misspoke, sorry. You will have a small group of cats to start moving the way over towards you, about 3 of them, and they'll start kind of walking up and butting their head onto you and letting you pet them. And in time, a few others will also start making their way towards Granny and Rot. And then they start to come more and more and more. And now you guys have probably for all of you, you guys have about 20 cats surrounding the 3 of you. And a lot of them are pressing themselves up really close to you, or like resting on you, and they're all kind of like producing this little like bundle of heat as they all sit next to you.
I'd like to think that the far traveler feed also works with cats, because why is this rabbit so big? We normally eat them, but this
We
one
normally
can
eat these
us.
rabbits. There's nowhere to ash your cigar, except on a cat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rot does end up lying flat on his back on the ground, basking.
But since you speak Sylvan, you would know. Tana's telling like little stories in Sylvan. It's like, there are these cats in the Feywild that can go completely invisible. They like to watch people from the trees, and all you can see of them is the teeth if they open their mouths. A lot of them try to trick people into going to different places, but they don't try to kill them, only play pranks. But sometimes the pranks can be a bit deadly.
As Rot is hearing this, Rot's gonna squint and turn to a cat that's right near his head and go, "Do you speak Sylvan?" In Sylvan.
The cat bats you on the mask.
That's what I thought.
Rot, as you are laying down on the ground, the cats will begin to amass onto you fully. And now, Rot, you have probably about 10 of them, and they are all laying on your body in various spots.
A lot of body pressure. It's like a blanket that had weight on it. It's very nice.
They're a heated compression blanket.
They're all purring at the same time. It's incredible.
Fizzy, Asher, Kaz, and Darius. You guys then heading out into the woods. As you begin heading out, you see that this place is truly isolated. There are a couple of farm fields that are relatively small. There are a couple of herds. Again, they're also relatively small. But like a majority of the stuff here, and Asher, you would recognize this better just because of your nature as a merchant, effectively.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff here relies on them being self-sufficient. Like they don't have a place to sell their cattle or anything like that, or their goats, so their herds are small. The food they give them is the food that they need to have for them. Like, these guys are literally on their own.
Mm-hmm.
But it also makes it a little interesting because you keep noticing bones, like decent sized animal bones. Like you managed to find what looks to be a fairly disassembled skeleton of one of the goats that wander around the forest around here, and it's been plucked clean.
Did the fucking cats take down a goat?
A lot of them. Maybe there's only cats in the town.
Asher's
There's
gonna.
some people.
Yeah, no good. Asher's gonna look up. Are there any spider webs?
No,
Okay.
no spider webs.
It's not the spiders. Okay, that's good.
Connor, are mushrooms around here?
I mean, in the carcass of the goat, there's almost certainly going to be some mushrooms that grew there. Yeah.
Can I talk to them a little bit?
Sure.
You there, God? It's
It's
me,
me.
Busy.
Speaking to you from inside this goat.
She's gonna like lean forward into like where the goat bones are. She's gonna be like, Hey guys.
Yes.
Hey, question.
Yes.
What killed this
Ew.
goat?
Oh. I believe it was some cats.
Okay. Other question. Are there people?
Yes.
Is it only cats or are there people around here?
There are people.
Okay. It's good to know.
Mm.
This always just makes me so physically uncomfortable.
That's good.
Uncomfortable?
That's good.
Such a weirdo, Connor.
I mean, that's good.
Are
Stress
the people
causes
that are here
toxins,
alive?
which provides nitrogen for the mushrooms.
Are there people alive here?
Oh yes.
Okay.
There are.
That's good to know. Are there a lot of them or is only
Not many.
okay? Are there more cats than people?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Well, thank you. Have a good one, and we'll talk again soon. And she's just gonna stand up and she's gonna be like, "There is not a lot of people in this town. There are more cats." And the cats did this, and she points at the goat.
I mean, good for them. I doubt the people are feeding them.
They need the people. So.
Perception checks. You 4.
Maybe these cats also belong to the cult and they use everything.
Probably. Give me a
I'm
one.
gonna ask my question, Connor.
Yes.
Close.
Okay. Cool.
What's your question?
Can I? What I always ask, Connor.
Can I cast guidance?
Can I
Oh.
get guidance?
In this case, no. You're reacting
that's
to
fair.
something.
That's cool. That's fine.
Asher?
9.
See,
I
that was
have
number
no-
you guys.
I have
That was
no
number you guys
plus.
missed last time.
Yeah. Yeah, I did 2 better than last time. Asher is not Gale. We have no perception.
Yeah, improvement.
Year 4.
Kaz?
14.
Okay. Fizzy?
24.
Darius?
16.
Okay.
I feel like Asher has welded things one too many times without a welder's mat. This guy's like, yeah, it's fine. It's a 7, right? It's like, Asher, no.
You guys all have that dot in the center of your vision, right?
Right.
Yeah, everyone knows the dot. It looks like the sun, but it follows me wherever I go.
It actually makes for a very good, when I am looking down the iron sights of a rifle, it is right there in the middle every time. This is why I am so good with the guns. I trained it into my vision after many hours at a lab.
It's part of Asher's heads-up display.
It is. It is. This is something I'm working on. It is also weird to hear things with this mask that is on. There's the helmet that is over the mask, and I have this
feel
that
like
is
you
over
should
here,
take
and the
off the
goggles.
Asher's
There's
head is like 7 sizes bigger than it should be.
there's just Asher's wearing so much. At this point, okay,
Asher needs to consolidate.
Asher is full. Actually, that is something to point out. Asher is fully covered from head to toe. At this point,
Question.
Fully
Is
covered
Asher
from head to toe.
top-heavy?
yeah, actually, very top heavy because there's
Does
a
that mean we
massive-
can cow tip him?
Yes, you absolutely could cow tip Asher, and he would fall, and he might break himself.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
He has fucking chicken legs. He has no muscle.
Leg day.
Again,
You need the
Asher's
portal
strength-
braces.
Yeah, Asher's strength stat is an 8, and it's mostly because he has a magical arm that can lift more than his regular arm.
Oh, Pete, shouldn't have skipped leg day.
Shouldn't have skipped any day. Making fun of the sickly boy. The hell's wrong with you?
Pick Asher up by the scruff of things, move him over
To be fair,
the other go.
Darius does pick him up by the scruff sometimes.
Asher weighs about 50, almost 50% more with all of his gear on.
Darius.
Yeah.
you are kind of watching
No.
Kaz as they start to climb up a tree. And you just kind of happen to notice a faint smell. It's sickly sweet, like licorice and ozone. That's the best way of describing it. You don't recognize that smell.
Harrison might not, but Jessica's scrambling through her brain to see if she knows anything that smells like that. Hey Fizz,
Mm-hmm.
do you smell that?
I mean, yeah, I would. I rolled a 24, so
Yeah,
exactly.
Izzy would absolutely smell it.
yeah. I don't know what that is. Do I know what that is? Actually,
No, not off the top of your head.
There's a smell.
Smells like lightning and licorice.
Asher's gonna pull off the mask and pull down the gator, which specifically filters out smells, so he can't ever smell anything with that on. Can I try and investigate it?
You
or
can.
like
One
roll,
moment.
or can I like roll intelligence for it to see if Asher?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Fizzy,
uh-huh.
as you guys are kind of letting your eyes wander, trying to figure out what exactly you're smelling, your eyes catch something for just a brief moment,
Uh-huh.
and you swear that for just a second you watched a hip height cat dragging something.
Uh-huh.
And it looked like it saw you for a second, and then it dropped the thing, and then it bolted.
Did I see the direction it came from?
It looked like maybe it was heading like east to west, and then it just bolted as fast as possible.
Can I go to where it was, where I saw it?
Yes, you may.
Cool. I'm gonna go. I don't know. She's gonna give me a second. She's gonna go over there. And can I investigate
Yeah.
the area?
You see that you are looking at a carcass of some man thing. It is humanoid fish. You see that its body is lean and bony. Its legs are thin, almost insectile. And its arms are... There are 3 of them.
Or it's the group. She's gonna do this. Here. What?
I would like to investigate.
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
what's happening. I'm climbing a tree.
Yeah.
It's probably a safer place to be.
From you.
Investigation. Ooh.
Excuse me 1 second. Let me roll
Can
something.
I
haven't
roll a
rolled well all night.
medicine check on it or something?
Sure.
Can I use guidance for this?
Yes.
24.
It's a 24.
Asher, what'd you get?
21.
Not great.
Can I specifically state, instead of the investigating the dude, because actually, Darius, what would you be investigating? Would you be investigating the body, or?
I'm good at investigating what's in front of me. So, the body and around it.
Okay.
So, it would be best for you to investigate maybe where it went. Or
I'm
where
going to
it
do the
came from.
opposite. Asher is going to try and investigate where it came from. Because Fizzy mentioned which way it was coming from. Asher's going to start looking in the other direction.
This is just gonna very quickly describe what she saw.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna... I rolled a 15 on medicine, so I don't think I roll very good on the body. Which is fine. I roll like trash.
Darius does give Asher that nod, as in I'll handle this part, you handle whatever part you're doing.
I rolled a 16, right, for my oracle die? No, I rolled a 9.
9. Yeah.
A 9.
Okay, I'm gonna take the 9.
Okay.
Because it will improve, because I rolled a 5 initially. I'm gonna take the 9, so 9, 11... 20 total, actually.
You said
No,
9/11. Everyone got fucking triggered for a second. Like, hold on.
Hey, I should say that 19. I'm sorry. I rolled a 9 plus 2, which is 11, and then a plus
Second
8,
dragon has hit the tower.
a 19 total on medicine.
That's how we take out your,
Oh,
your
God.
former master.
I can't believe George Santos's mom is fucking dead in this campaign.
Oh man.
Also, I really have to use the rest. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Damn, y'all. Got me.
If we can't make jokes about it.
Says who? I'll make
Fun
fun of whatever the
facts.
fuck I want.
A little trend by tweens on TikTok right now is having an unrelated TikTok and then going, hey, wait a second. Uh-huh. They just hit the second tower. It's horrible, but it's always like completely unrelated to whatever
So
the first half
fucking
of the
funny,
video.
though.
I love that.
So, while we're
Kids are-
waiting for Michelle to return, I just have this image of it cuts back to the village, and Tana's like trying to teach the cats how to sense key and stuff like that, and Rot's like, I don't know what is happening. I probably should be stopping this, but I don't care right now. I'm enjoying myself too much. And
I think
you
he's just
nailed
like,
it.
what are you saying? I can't understand you.
So, investigation and medicine. Medicine will tell you first. What'd you get for your medicine check, by the way?
19.
Yeah. And medicine will tell you right away this thing was killed by something large and feline. It'll also tell you this is not humanoid by any way, any means, and does not and you do not recognize it like anything that you have seen before. Investigation. What were the investigation checks? What were they? 25 and what did you
21.
get?
25 and 21.
Oh, 24.
24
Still
and
minus
21.
1.
You guys look over the body, and you will note that this thing looks wrong. It doesn't, you don't recognize this. You don't know what the fuck this thing is. Its eyes are big and bulbous, like something that'd be somewhere deep in the fucking ocean, and its mouth practically splits its head. There's only a bit of skin and muscle at the back of its neck where its head, where its mouth and where its lower jaw and upper jaw are still attached to it. And it looks natural, not like it was done by injury.
Sure. Do you see where this thing has come from yet?
I'm following it. Asher's just slowly moving in the direction of where it came from. The flamethrower is fucking out though. Because I'm assuming it's what is it? What time of day was it again?
It's 1 in the morning.
1 in the morning. Yeah. So it's dark as fuck, and Asher knows these woods enough to know we don't fuck around.
And you guys begin making your way through the woods, try and see back where this thing was, and you will. Yes.
I must add, Asher is trying to be stealthy
Stealth check.
because never mind. I am not being stealthy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a hot one.
You follow back where this thing was, and you will find that you ended a trail where the attack definitely happened. And there was a large, massive gore here. Something got its throat torn into, and badly, and it did not survive. But most noticeably, you will see that there is a hip-height feline that is picking up something in its mouth that looks like a silver key. It looks over at you and makes eye contact with you, and then immediately bolts as fast as possible.
Oh, they fucked that. Oh, Asher is actually we're gonna throw 2 charges of the flamethrower and send it in the direction that cat went.
Roll to attack it.
We're in the woods.
Yeah, but it's nighttime and that's a flamethrower. It's spring, so it's seasonally it's not that dry. To attack.
If
Yeah.
that feline was hip height, it would probably be taller than Tana.
That's a 23 to hit with the flamethrower.
That will hit.
So with the basic attack, that is 9 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And it is a light right now.
Okay. You have hit the cat with a flamethrower. It will continue running from you as fast as possible.
Hey, come back! I need to see that. Asher.
We can hear Asher yelling.
Yes,
right?
Asher.
Yeah.
Asher is full yelling over the mic, and now there's a flaming cat running through the woods.
Guys, please follow him.
What? I
Flaming
can't
cat.
hear you. What?
You have.
There's a rat? There's
Rats.
always rats. What?
And Deus is just gonna point towards the thing on fire.
Oh wait, we have intercoms. I forgot.
Yeah,
What?
you can't.
Ah!
What?
It's funnier though.
I'm sorry. What
What?
did you say?
I will fix it later.
Hold on.
Just follow the cat.
Follow the flaming cat with Asher so he's not alone.
There's a
Why is
flaming-
Ash calling out to something to come back?
Is there a flaming cat? Is that what you just... What's going on?
You want me to chase after it? Is that what you're asking?
There's a cat. It has a silver key.
It has a silver key.
It picked it up
Okay.
from where it get the thing.
Why don't you let Fezzy talk to it?
See something. Can I change into a fast animal? Oh
we
shit.
couldn't find them anyways. It's the middle of the night.
Can I change into druid?
Rod's got cat paralysis, remember?
Like fucking
Rot is
Jesus on the
so-
cross, but just with cats.
Rod is so zen right now. It's like, I'm sure they'll be fine. Everyone stop worrying about it. Everyone's so worried all the time.
Now, Connor, I'm curious. Can I catch up to the cat?
You. What's your total run speed?
Fast.
Speed.
Obscenely fast.
I have a speed of I can't even remember what my features are for these.
I think the correct answer to this is yes.
If your base speed is 40, isn't your base speed
With-
40?
it's 45.
45.
With
Oh,
with
that's
the dashing and the facial
135.
ability,
It's
I
150.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's the
Dash
speed
is
of a
45,
cat
45,
owner
45.
who just saw their
55,
cat have
Connor.
something they shouldn't.
50
But-
would be
He's going,
50,
But
What
her
do you
her
have?
speed increases by 10 because of her facial ability when she dashes, so
so
that's
145.
165 total.
165?
Because it's 55 times 3,
Oh, it's 55. It was 45.
so you can.
It's the Flash.
Excuse you, it's
Actually
purple
the
light.
Flash.
Hey, hey,
Actually the Flash.
tip Ash over on your way past.
It's not that hard to do.
It's like Quicksilver in fucking X-Men. It's just everything's in slow motion. It's like,
Asher takes like 2 steps as he's falling over and just falls head first, ass over tea kettle.
She's being made to do something that she probably didn't want to do, so you know, she's gonna take her revenge somehow.
Makes
Really
sense.
dumb question.
Okay.
Can I?
Kaz,
Yeah.
you begin to try to catch up to the cat, and
Okay.
you will be able to catch up to it.
Scaring this cat.
a light jog next to this cat who's running for his life. It's like, hey, what's going on?
In
While
in
it's
fairness,
still on fire.
yeah, the cat's total speed is close to Kaz's, but it is not the same as Kaz's.
As once again proving she is a beast when it comes to physical skills.
Obscenely fast.
You ever wonder why Dawn kind of couldn't take care of Kaz? Kind of What's her
Baby
look?
Kaz just sprinting off at 140.
Yes, what do you have? A knife! Huh. Fuck it.
She was the type of kid of like, do not climb on that.
Kaz is
Lean
already at
top
the
of
top of it.
This is Don could never catch Kaz, so he instead parented by saying, "If you do that, you won't get ice cream."
Yeah, no, that's basically.
No.
And
Don
that
is-
is why Ruben acts the way he does.
Dawn is why Kaz was like, let him do it. He'll learn.
Stella,
Yeah.
you and the cat very quickly begin to outpace Asher by easily a good 300, 500 feet by the time you catch up.
In the first round of fucking movement.
Yeah, in the first round. And
It's a
by the
slow
time
kid running the
you
pile.
have fully gotten like side by side with this cat, you can see that the cat flicks its eyes over and looks at you, and it still has a silver key in its mouth, and it will hard stop itself and then just go into a roll, putting the fire out.
Okay.
Stop, dropped, and rolled.
And then you'll watch as it sits back up, and then you watch as a hand appears, grabs the key, puts it around a little chain around its neck.
Mhm.
And then
What I think it is.
the cat turns and charges you and goes to attack you.
It has a fucking hand.
It was a spectral hand.
It's a spectral hand. Okay.
We will open up next session with you starting a fight with this cat.
Okay. I totally forget I'm invited to this cat next session.
How many rounds was it on fire?
Probably a good 3 to 5 rounds, easily.
Okay, then.
So I'll have you roll 5 rounds of damage.
Okay.
please.
Connor,
Yeah.
if we see this happening, could we have started at least running that way?
Oh, definitely. You guys could have.
Yeah.
I'll let
I-
all of you. Well.
Look, we have a tankier person and a healer. We're okay.
Yeah, we're good.
You guys can start catching up to it, but Kaz will be on her own for the first few rounds.
It's fine.
What's the damage total?
The cat took 29 points of damage.
At least that's something.
That was 4 6s and 1 5.
Damn.
Hey,
Also, Jill doesn't want to get involved because Jill doesn't want to fight a cat.
Damn it, cat.
that's so fair.
I go cat.
Okay.
Kaz, just
Uh,
hold your own for a few rounds so I can get there before it dies.
Just take your hand, your flat hand. It's a big cat. Go on his nose and go. No. And pop it in the nose, and it'll go. And then if it really doesn't do anything, then you just go and blow in his face.
Yeah, because it causes them to
Yes.
like.
Just quick, stick a piece of tape on his foot.
And
Laser pointer.
we will pick up with you starting your fight with this cat next session. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys had fun. You're no longer in the cave. Congratulations.
Yay.
Um,
I miss it.
with all of that said, we stream regularly, several times a week, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. If that sounds good, pass around the word, tell your friends. But for right now, we're gonna go get some food. We're getting quite hungry. Say bye, stream.
Bye, stream.